The button.
Welcome, everyone, to the Renegade Realm Podcast, episode 20. I had to cut everyone off, and that's fine. You know why? Because we got a big crowd here tonight. We got one person who's walking the hell away, which is he said, fuck this. It's fine. We also have Bushido.
That was perfect timing.
He said, my head said, fuck it.
I'm dead. I'm done. I'm just going to sit here and watch. Yeah. Manic, welcome. Well, good to have you back after... It's been a while.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. Bit short notice again, but all good.
Yeah, you sound great, by the way.
I'm glad that, because it wasn't sounding so good a minute ago.
Nice. What have you been playing? What have you been into? I know you're working a lot. You're part of the KBG or M6, MI6, M16? What is it? What is that?
What you're babbling on about now, mate.
Yeah.
He's trying to make a James Bond joke.
I couldn't remember what it
was. It's shaken but not stirred. But yeah, no, I'm just working, and to be quite honest, I've bought most of the games that are out. For some strange reason, I'm playing Grounded a lot. So, yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Nice, man. Nice.
Fun, but no, excellent.
Yeah, and Bushido, the man who plays everything, kind of, right? Yeah. What have you been playing? What you been into? It's good to see you. Or hear you. See you.
I've been, I've gotten a lot of DMs recently asking where have I been on PlayStation. I mean, on Xbox, I've been on PlayStation. I was playing Octopath 2, which I love, but I'm getting a little bored because you know how you have to level up your characters. It seems like every time I gotta fight a new boss in a new area, it says that I'm meeting the requirements for the area, but then when I go to fight them, they're like, "No, you need to be 5 levels higher than this." So, yeah, go level up. But that's about it. But I'm really bored because, well, not from this game, but I'm kind of mad because right after Jedi Survivor is over, like nothing else is tickling the fancy, you know.
Yeah, I'm afraid.
I'm not digging that.
Remember how you said
one
before?
of the things.
You said you're not playing your games because I told you I don't want games to end, so I don't play them as much. That's how I'm feeling about Jedi right now. I'm like 20% in the game. I have like 37 hours. I'm not even kidding. Yeah.
Well, I've got days. I've got days as my count. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, man. And
I'm
Assassin.
Like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, Assassin, you're here and you've been playing things. What have you been into, man? What you been playing? You know, say hi to the crowd. Say hi.
Exactly. First of all,
I'm not
way.
Saying it like that.
No, exactly like that.
No.
Exactly like that.
Hey everyone.
Exactly
good to see everybody here. It's good to see everybody in chat. See Umbra, see Lorefield, see Jake and Jonas. Good to see everybody. Good to see Bushido. Matic, it's been too long, my friend. And Red, you know what I've been playing. It's a little game called Mass Effect.
Oh, you finally got addicted to it.
Yes. So tell the people what happened.
It finally clicked for me.
It clicked. Yep.
So here I am, done playing with Siege. I rage quit because, well, fuck it. And I was going through my library and I saw Mass Effect just sitting there waiting to be played. And I said, you know what? I'll also go back to it. Maybe it'll click for me this time. 2 hours later, Red jumps into the party and says, "Hey, brother, how's it going?" Like he has fucking ESP for this shit.
I was like, I woke up out of a cold sweat. Yeah.
He felt a positive disturbance in the force. He's like,
yes,
someone's playing Mass Effect.
Exactly.
Yep. It's 100%.
So here he comes. He finds me playing on Pharos. I'm trying to just defeat the Thorian. It took like what, Brett, an hour for me to beat it, to kill it finally.
Yep. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough until you get it. Yeah.
No, but here's the thing. And Red, you laughed so hard. The reason why I was dying so much is because I completely forgot to upgrade Shepard from the very beginning.
Oh my! Are you
kidding
me?
So he had been going through, just leveling up, getting lost in the world, getting sucked in.
He was like level 30 and 40 and shit.
And he was like level 5, and he had like 50 points to spend.
Surely we can all admit to doing that at some point.
I did it in 5 minutes.
A game
There's a game I
Fantasy
played,
10.
it was only halfway through before I realised, oh shit, I can do this. And once I've done it, it's like, this makes the game more interesting.
Coincidentally, mine was Octopath, the first one, that there were certain abilities that you could do, and I knew nothing about them because I just jumped into the game. Then when I found out, I was like, oh my god, this makes it so much easier!
Yeah, I think I was there for that when that alignment happened. I think I was there when you discovered that.
Yeah, that's right. We talked about it. That's right. Yeah, I was kind of mad at myself for that, but it was still fun though once I found out.
Yeah, so that's what I've been playing. I've been playing Mass Effect. I completed Pharos and Novaria so far. I can't remember where I'm. I think I'm going to. Was it Vermeer? Vermeer.
Yeah. Oh,
Vermeer. Yes,
It's
that
Vermeer, yeah.
that is where I'm going
Yeah.
next. So that's where I'm at.
So happy. So happy. That is. I'm so happy. Chat. Tell Mac. Tell Assassin. Tell Mac to tell Assassin how proud of him we are.
Assassin Mac, whatever your name is. We're at the power you.
Red.
I'm gonna put
Is that Lexi?
a red interpreter.
Someone said they forgot 90% of their Mass Effect journey. Guess they're gonna have to go through it again.
Dude, I want to stop here for a minute
got
here and just talk
Hargy
about
chat.
Hargy and this motherfucker. That's the first time he's been in our chat, so I gotta give him credit.
Really?
Yeah, I
Shout out
don't
to
remember ever
Hargy.
being.
Thank you for being here, buddy. Thank you.
Welcome, Hargy.
Yeah.
Hey, Argy.
So wait, what did he say? He said, "Am I to understand that none of you are playing the Goaty Tears
no,
of the Kingdom?"
stop.
Bodhi.
Woo, man! Oh, it's getting fiery.
Here's my Switch, Hargy. Don't put that in.
Oh,
They're all
man.
negative.
Oh,
They're all
right.
negative, not me.
Put that back up.
I
Let's see what's
saw.
on your monitor.
I saw what you saw,
Porn.
Marco. I saw the
Porn.
Batman and the. Yep.
Hey! Oh, nice.
Hey,
I love that.
Okay.
That's
I
so
told you I love Gotham Knights. You guys
Yeah,
don't understand.
Pornhub on the desktop, dude. We're ready to go.
that's-
Whoa.
Hey, listen, I'm gold, motherfucker. Sorry.
Gold.
Yeah, we can't let anything best.
Premium. He's a
that's fine.
premium member.
There we go. Jedi Survivor is Goaty. Ooh, God, you ain't lying, number. Shit,
This is
Mac.
the goatee year, bro. This is the goatee year. I don't care.
There's
this
a
is the
lot.
goat year. This
There's
is
like
the
4
Chinese
games
goat
right
year.
now.
That's how I know.
No, this is how I know how this year is so
Yeah.
good so far. We're not even in June, and we're already discussing like 4 or 5 game of the year contenders
don't
before
talk
it's even
about
Yeah.
June. I'm
Easily.
not looking forward to June. Don't
Oh,
talk
that's-
about
there
June.
it
We
is.
cannot talk about June.
Lexi,
Oh,
speaking
man.
truth, their Starfield will be Goaty. Yeah.
It's the only low you're gonna get though, man. If you haven't finished Jedi Survivor yet, you got what June and July, so you got some time to catch up before the other games come out. So I'd get to it if I was everybody else.
I used to
Oh, look,
like
Hargeet said. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I used to look forward to June, and that was only because of E3. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm just
Nothing
looking
to
forward
do
to
with
Street Fighter. So,
it's
but
not
not, it's Street Fighter's not a game changer. Like you take your life away from everything else. So.
And Hargeet said what I was saying a minute ago. I'm assuming he's talking about Jedi Survivor, where he said he's like 60, 70 hours in and barely anywhere.
He's talking about Tears of the Kingdom. Hargy's talking about.
No, I knew
Are
you
you?
were talking about that.
No,
Oh
he's
no.
not. No,
I'm
he's
100%
not.
No,
sorry.
no, yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
He is playing
No,
Zelda.
Yeah, he's playing
Yes,
the freaking.
yes.
He's playing the one on the PC, the freaking like Ultimate Edition.
You must
and
not
it's
have heard him all week.
Okay, so
yeah,
he's playing Zelda the way I'm playing Jedi. Then okay, hey, anyway, so Mac, I'm assuming you've been playing Zelda as well.
Yes,
huh?
I've been playing Zelda I'm at work here and there, and I'm gonna throw out another game. It's called Eastern Exorcist. It just came to Game Pass. They have no pictures, no nothing on it. I downloaded it. I was like, I'll try getting an achievement in it and just call it a day. I have played about 7 hours of this game already when I've been at home because it reminds me of like a hack and slash Metroid. Really good. Would recommend to try it out. Definitely good. I was going to talk to you, Bushido, about it because I know you like games that are like this. It's like a samurai game. I don't know. It's just really good, dude. It's like, I don't know. It's a platformer. That's all I'm going to put it out to be. It's a side-scrolling platformer. Great. Would recommend it. Tears of the
You told me
Kingdom.
about it. Yeah.
Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom is definitely still game of the year. I don't care. There's like I said, who's coming in second place, unfortunately. But I hated the chat again once again.
Nice. Hell yeah. And DeMarco,
Hello.
Excuse me, I just burped. Marco, what have you been playing, man? What have you been into?
I'll make up for where Assassin left everybody disappointed.
Oh.
Hi.
Thank you. Everyone give him a round of applause.
There you go.
Picked up the. Okay, I'm just clapping. Okay,
There you go. Yeah. So playing. Well, I'm incredibly excited that Planet of Lana just released today, which has been getting incredible reviews, like 8s, 9s, 10s around the board from people. I was floored by that when it was announced. I love the art style and the music, and the two things that everyone's complimenting is like the music, the art style, and then the gameplay itself. So hyped to try that. I'm actually downloading it right. Actually, nope, it's already done. So
he's playing it right now. Yeah.
No. And what I have been playing is a little bit of the new Colossus, actually, going back to Wolfenstein, because I love the Wolfenstein games. And I'm trying to channel some Machine Games energy ahead of the Xbox showcase, that we get a little bit of Indiana Jones if he wants to, kind of show up a bit. That'd be pretty cool. I don't think it's going to, but
Did you or were you a fan of Youngblood?
I didn't play Youngblood because I heard the
Horrible.
things. I heard the
Marco.
things about Youngblood, and I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it and give my own thoughts on it. But
Sorry.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
I was just thinking, and the last time I played one of them with, which one was it? The guy was in a wheelchair. The guy you played.
That was the new Colossus. Yep, that's the one that I'm playing now.
Yeah.
It's
really good.
Youngblood was horrible. It's a rinse. Oh man, me and Zimmy throughout Zimmy Games. I'm sure he'll be in the chat sometime. Oh man, we try to play it. Zimmy's like, oh, let's play a co-op game together. Nobody ever plays with me. Well, about 2 hours in, we're literally doing this. We're going to like this area, going back to the same. It's like a freaking rogue dungeon game after like the second mission. It's horrible.
I agree 100%.
When I tell you the
It
game,
really does make you backtrack multiple times.
I quit.
Multiple
The third time I went back into this area, you spawn next to this bus and this big ass machines in front of you. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not playing this game no more, Zimmy. I said, I'm sorry. We'll have to find another game. I said, I'm playing Dead Island if you want to play that with me. So
So
Yeah.
is it like a 2-player, or is it like that
it's
game
2-player.
that came
It's
out
2-player.
where it was it the No Way Out, where you two brothers in prison?
No,
Way Out. Yeah, no,
It's
it's not
that
like that.
type.
No, that's
Let's
not
play
like that.
regular
That's
co-op.
yeah, it's just a regular co-op. You both have your own screen. That's called. You're probably thinking of Take-Two. Is the only other game
Take-Two,
that's like.
sorry.
Yeah, that's more of a like you're a little like I don't know yarn
No,
pieces.
no, there was that one with the two guys in prison.
A
They
Way
had
Out,
to
Oh,
work
yeah.
together.
A Way Out.
Same
Yeah.
studio. Same
Way Out,
studio.
Same, same
guy,
people,
right.
same everything. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, different games. Yep.
Yeah, it was really bad. Like, and for all the reasons that I wanted to love that game, my God, the dialogue was just, oh my God, it was so bad. Something that I just can't believe.
All the things. I've heard all the things. I'm gonna try to do it for the story that I probably also think I'm not gonna enjoy, but I'm not afraid to quit that one like halfway through, if it comes to it.
Have you ever got soap in your area down there? Just that's what it's like. So just don't do it. Just carry on.
Oh.
Just don't do it.
It's just like pissing in the wind. You learn once,
Yeah.
It's a quick lesson. It's a quick lesson. you know.
Yes. Speaking of lessons, one thing that I have learned is that sometimes dreams do come true. What do I mean by that? Well, there's a bunch of games going to be revealed. 2 showcases coming up. One is happening if you're watching this live.
I thought you talking about Dreamcast guy.
20. Oh my God.
Anybody
Well,
Let's not-
shit.
let's not talk about that
Spider-Man
anymore.
2. Hold up in Spider-Man 2. Sorry.
Are they still going to use the same idea that we're going to see games that have a 12 that are out within the next 12 months?
So no,
Is
okay,
that
that's
No.
totally out?
no.
Is that
Yes.
now out the window?
So they
gonna
haven't
show you what
officially
we
said
can.
it, but it's been rumored that they already said they're throwing it out. If they bring that
Right.
back, it's got to be the dumbest thing. They already failed completely on it. They know better already. Let's
It
hope they
obviously
learn.
didn't
from it.
work. It didn't
yeah.
work for them, did it?
Redfall's the only one that come out in the year, so it's like, you can't listen to that.
Imagine if they were if they revealed Hi-Fi Rush last year at E3.
Well, I'm happy they did it because I felt like
Yeah,
Hi-Fi
I
Rush
think that
got.
Hi-Fi Rush was the kind of game that needed that type of reveal and announcement and release. They
It's
couldn't have
really-
done it. They couldn't have done better by
Hi-Fi
that
Rush.
game.
Even though it's not a game for me, and like I said previously, as soon as they said rhythm based, that was it. I was out.
I was in the party with you when that happened. You're like, I'm
You've
not
got
playing.
to
Yeah.
admit, you've got to
Remember you said
admit,
it too.
though, that game was just right at the right time, dropped at the
Yeah.
right place. You know, it was just that's just proof that it can be done. You know, give a game the
Right.
time it needs, get it right.
I mean, actually, was what is it called again? The one that's on Twitter and is going not viral. What's the word for it again?
Viral.
Well, all right, fine. Thanks a lot. Okay.
There, use
All
that.
right. Trending.
Oh, that was it? Oh, okay.
That's it. Trending.
Okay,
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, viral is when people watch. Yeah. See, Red
I'm
Wolf.
sorry. I'm sorry. Cancel me.
Well, trending for you back in your day was just throwing a rock across the river. So
Oh,
Oh.
no! To get
Hey,
someone to
now.
trend a picture, you have to mail it to 200
listen,
people.
Bushido deserves everything. Everything that's talked to him about. Just remember that.
To buy an envelope, you have to buy a stamp, you have to literally post something to someone to get 200 people to like it. You know, they strap it to a picture,
so-
whatever.
So we're gonna kick this off right now. We're gonna go make this whole show. We're gonna get the fun part out of the way. That way, the rest of the show is shit. I'm kidding. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna run through all of
Only
our
the parts where
predictions.
you're talking.
What is it?
Only the parts where you're talking. Shit.
Exactly. So
He's muted his mic.
no, I'm kidding. But
Ah,
so
quality.
what we can gotcha. No, I didn't. But hey, so I want to start off with the biggest. Never mind. I'm not gonna say it. So, Assassin, I'm gonna kick it off to you first with your predictions. Is this how you guys want to do this?
I like what the Marco said.
Uh,
I think the Marco did it the right way. Everybody
Okay.
just if a games get brought up, like say if I bring a game up, the other five
Okay.
I say yes or no, and then we could just go around in a circle until we. I guess
Okay,
we're
how about
done.
this? Let's do that. Let's make sure that let's go less obvious first. We know Spider-Man's going to be there. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go away from the obvious stuff first and go from there. And Assassin, I'm giving it to you. Take it away. What do you think? What do you want to see? What do you think you'll see? What do you want to see? You know, when you close your eyes at night. what
Assassin, do you
think
have a
about?
pencil and a piece of paper? I don't have.
No, no, I
Does
don't.
anybody have a piece of paper and a pencil? Or
Yes.
a pen?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
2023, an iPad, your phone, anything. Why
I have.
a
I'm
pen and a
packed
pencil?
this. All my stuff is packed up. I can't do nothing. Somebody needs to write all this down. I really don't think you guys want to go back and listen to this podcast later on. I guess maybe somebody write this down and then just send me a picture of it later. Because I don't have all my shit's packed up. I'm literally packing up as we speak. So.
I'll take somebody's word for it if they said it.
Well, no, we're doing like kind of a bragging rights. We had a bragging right thing in the chat that we're gonna talk shit to
Right.
each other afterwards. So
You guys
I'm
put
definitely
And
names-
timestamps too.
Those guys put
Timestamps,
knees on the
yes.
tape.
Red, before
Yes,
we
you're
begin,
more
I
than
just want
welcome
to
to
point out, according, we just got word from a couple of insiders that Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake will be there. So, should we take that off the list from everybody, or do we want to maybe still talk
we
about
can
it?
add. We can add it.
Wait,
That's fine.
what happened now? Sorry.
Metal Gear Solid
Metal
3,
Gear-
according to Jess Corden and Tom Henderson, will be at the showcase tomorrow. It will be coming out on all platforms, and Tom specifically said the trailer will be 2 minutes and 19 seconds long.
Kind of precise,
So,
man.
You don't
Yep,
understand. I literally
so-
feel like I could cry right now.
yeah, see, the thing is, the show isn't over an hour long, and Metal Gear is not even going to take 10% of it. Or not even 5, not even 2%. That's pretty impressive.
Well,
Here,
mind you,
here,
no,
Red. We'll cry with our Metal Gear Solid 4K.
This will be the first time I play
Okay,
Metal
fine,
Gear,
fine.
so I
Is
can't
it
wait.
Hero Tsushima or whatever?
Wait, this will be your first
Still
time?
the same-
Yes, it'll be my first time playing Metal Gear.
Wow.
I wish it was my
I've
first
not
time.
played any of the other Metal
But I have
Gears.
no kids.
I'm on the same page. I've never played a Metal Gear game.
Wow.
Hey, DeMarco and I are on the
Played
same
a lot
page.
of them. Played a lot of them.
Difference
And there's
is,
one
I'm
thing
gonna
about
play it. I'm
Metal-
not sure about him.
There's
No,
one
I
thing
want,
guaranteed
I've wanted to
about
get into Metal Gear for a
Metal
while.
Gear games.
Okay,
are
cool.
Very
Cool.
long cutscenes. There's some long ass cutscenes in Metal
Yeah.
Gear games. Some
They're,
long-ass-
but like I said, they're acquired taste because some people don't like them, and I can understand why. But I loved them.
Oh yeah. if it's compelling to the story and what's going on, then yeah, it can be good. But sometimes
I even like Phantom Pain.
Damn.
Well, that's the last episode of the Renegade Realm Podcast. Thank you all so much for being here. Goodbye.
Well, Red, you're the host. You go first.
Sorry.
Well, okay, fine. Here, let me pull up chat real quick so that way I can see things. What do I want to see? What do I want to see? From all the things that have been... I'll tell you what we're not going to see, probably ever. We're not going to see KOTOR Remake ever again. I think that thing is dead in the water, and I don't think we're going to hear anything about that for a long time. So
Okay, I thought you meant like it's never gonna come out. And okay, dead and okay.
Yeah,
it's gonna come out. Just might be a long time away.
it'll be a very long time because they're going through development hell right now, from what I have heard, which sucks
Yes.
because KOTOR is just it's one of the greats. It's literally what kicked off so many things for me. It's what kicked off Mass Effect. I mean, it's so much.
Jade Empire.
Jade Empire, yeah, man. Like those were the glory or the glory days.
Whoa.
So,
Whoa. Whoa.
what?
You said, bruh.
So, I am
Bruh.
really curious to see. The first thing on my mind is Wolverine. I know I won't get to play it. I know people are getting sick of hearing that. I won't get to play it for a while, until I get a PlayStation. But I am curious to see that because the one thing everyone wants to know is it going to be rated M. It has to be. We've talked about this before. It has to be. It would be so.
I thought they confirmed that a while ago.
They did. They did confirm it's rated M from the ESRB. Yeah.
Okay. I'm talking like Wolverine Origins, like fucking, like that game was so awesome. My God, the game was so
That
good.
was good, wasn't it?
God, dude. Remember that?
You were talking
I
about-
just used the lunge ability on everyone. I was just like, that game was so good. Yeah, I would like to see that. I mean, honestly, I'm really out of the loop when it comes to what's coming down the pipeline. So I am probably not the.
All right, Assassin, you
I,
start.
I
Yeah,
need
go.
to send you a list of all the upcoming games from all three systems, don't I? That way
Maybe
you
I
can
should
keep
look
up
back
to
at the
date.
one that you sent me 75 games that are not first person.
Or you could
So-
watch my videos and you'd know. Because I have a video on that.
All right.
Fred.
Unfortunately, I have to add to the pain
Is this a
train here.
confirmed list?
KOTOR Remake is not the only one in development hell, according to Jason Schreier. He just released. I'm not sure if it's a full-on report, but he did mention calling out one of the so-called Twitter insiders, saying that they've been spouting off fake information. And
Yeah, but he's done that before too, so I don't know why he's talking. But go ahead.
Well, yeah, okay, but here's the kicker, Bushido. He has stated that the new BioShock is in development hell as well, so I would be completely shocked if that was at the showcase tomorrow. I'm not expecting it, but like KOTOR
Unintended?
Remake, don't expect BioShock.
Would that be
Alright,
at
I've added my
PlayStation
pain.
regardless, though? Even if it is that a PlayStation?
So,
No.
Like, yeah,
it
it
was-
doesn't lean
So hold on.
Sony, right?
I think it
They-
was timed exclusive back in the day, but then it came to PS4 last
Yeah,
gen, right?
BioShock Xbox, yeah.
BioShock. So BioShock, yeah, the first one was on Xbox first, and then the second one was on all the consoles. But
Yeah,
there's
it's one of
rumors that
those
it's there's rumors there's actually that there's PlayStation has exclusivity on this new BioShock. So there's the big old timed exclusive or whatever. I'm sure it's just
Mhm.
timed because this game isn't. It's not saying it's not big, but it's not going to sell 10 million copies on PlayStation. So, yeah.
Now, just jumping off of BioShock, maybe I'm not sure about this game, but maybe y'all's opinion will help me convince me that it might be there. If you can't get BioShock, what if you can get the creator of BioShock's new game? What do you guys think about Judas maybe being there?
No.
Wasn't that at Xbox's showcase? That's
That was
on
at the
lock.
Game Awards.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the Game Awards?
I thought it was.
Yes.
I thought was it the Game
I
Awards?
thought it was
or
a
what?
showcase
It was
too.
the Game
Okay.
Awards.
No,
Okay.
yeah, he's right. He's right. It was Game Awards.
No, I don't argue with Assassin when it comes to information. He's usually spot on. So,
Jesus, Panda.
what would she say?
She's said you can expect Jeff
Oh
Keighley
my-
molesting a PS5 DualSense controller on the showcase. You heard it here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's like in the background. He's
Right.
like, oh, sorry.
DualSense.
Welcome to the Summer Games Fest.
His zippers down and shit right on live TV. Just-
Well,
Yeah.
if you think about it, DualSense, it does sound like a sex toy, doesn't it? If you think about it.
Yeah, DualShock with the. I don't know how,
I wouldn't
works.
know,
But
man.
anyway,
I wouldn't
haptic
know. I'm
feedback?
just- it does.
A double-headed dual sense.
Haptic
Sorry,
feedback. The double-headed dual sense.
good God. Yeah. Okay. So,
Demonetized, every one of us. Sorry.
okay. So I'm sorry, Assassin. Did you finish your thoughts on what you were gonna?
No, I just wanted to see what do you guys think about Judas maybe being there. I mean, we don't know who the console marketer is, right? We don't know
Yeah.
if it's going to be marketed with Microsoft or Sony.
Right.
It's a first-person game, which Red, I know you hate, but Sony
hate
doesn't
that.
have that many first-person games for their shows. I think it's a possibility.
All right.
Mike,
Anything's
I'm feeling
possible.
a Game Awards personally. I just feel if it was at the Game Awards last year, come back at the Game Awards this year, and what we saw was very conceptual. So if it was just
But-
revealed last year, it might need more time.
The
Before
Game
turning
Awards are not usually where people repeat
Yeah. So,
trailers
yeah.
or game reveals. It's-
Yeah.
I'd say this. I would actually say the Summer Game Fest would be where.
Not
where they
usually.
would
Yeah,
Where
Summer
they
Games.
would
Yeah.
So that the game
Yes.
show that's on the 8th or whatever is where I think they'll actually show Judas.
Mm,
It's going to be that or Xbox. I don't think PlayStation's going to throw this in here because I think they're going to go more first parties. I think they're going to try to get all those first parties and their little deals with with Square Enix because I'm sure they got 10,000 of them. So that's just my opinion. I just think it just fits the game or the Summer Game Fest or whatever. It just kind of fits it. It's not a big game, but it's something that somebody wants to see it. So there's a lot of people that still want to see it to a point, So I'm going with that.
What about you, Bushido?
Yeah, I think you can see that at Summer Game Fest. I don't think you'll I don't know. In all honesty, if PlayStation won't have the marketing rights for that one either, it's hard to tell.
It seems like an odd one.
Yeah.
Because Ken Levine, right? Or is it Chris Avalon?
Yes.
God, I
No,
get this two
it's
so
Ken
confused.
Levine in his new studio.
Why?
Ghost
And
Story
Ken-
Games. Hello.
Right. Chris Avalon's the one who's coming out of his victory with his years-long lawsuit, alleged accusations, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Shout out to him. Anyway, I guess it really doesn't matter because we've seen games sort of go exclusive even when they didn't have I don't know, whenever you compare it to Bethesda, it's like you've seen the relationship there over years, and then when they become exclusive to one console, you're like, I actually now in retrospect I saw that coming. But with a game like Judas, I just feel like that's a multi-plat. It just seems like a multi-plat game all the way around. So for Sony to want to buy marketing rights for that kind of game, I don't know. It just doesn't. For me personally, it just doesn't seem like it fits the Sony vibe as far as hey, let's grab that one up.
Now, if they did, I would say that's very promising, though. If they did, inside my opinion, inside my eyes, because they're not too much on taking chances on things like that, unless it's from a source that they usually deal with, like Square, even though they got burned with Forspoken, but at least they've done stuff with Square before, so I could see that. But in this instance, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, interesting. DeMarco, what do you think about Judas?
Judas seems like an Xbox game to me.
No, the biblical.
It's the vibe. You phrased it perfectly. It's just the vibe. The vibe is an Xbox game.
Yeah, it's just
30
very
frames?
experimental.
30 frames? Okay.
Not that vibe.
Bruh. Mac.
But
Well,
you
I'm
know,
an Xbox here, okay? I could joke with them.
I know.
You're a
but
phony
still.
bot. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
So if I had to wager, I'd say Xbox through and through. I still think that at the end of the day, it's going to be multi-plat. So I don't honestly, if I know this isn't really part of the conversation, but I don't care who does the marketing. To be honest, it doesn't affect me. I just really care. Can I play it on PC or not?
Yeah.
And that's a PC release. It's not going to be an exclusive title. I would be dumbfounded if it were.
And
What about you,
Chris-
Manic?
I think it would be a timed exclusive on something before it would be on maybe like how they're kind of doing Final Fantasy 16, maybe like a 3-month or a 6-month thing. I don't think it would be fully like, oh, we're gonna keep this and nobody else is gonna get it. But I think it would
But
maybe a
16
6-month
is
thing.
not a timed exclusive.
Yes, it is. It is a
It
timed
is.
exclusive. You go back and look. Yes, it is.
It
Even Assassin's
was.
Creed.
It was. And
Well,
Silent
they
Hill
had-
2
no.
was as well.
Wait.
No.
What's an exclusive again?
Timed exclusive Final Fantasy 16. And no, they said that it's still going to come to PC. They just don't know when because there's problems with the PC port. So they didn't.
PC. Okay.
Yeah,
I
no,
get
Yeah,
it's not coming to
yeah.
Xbox. I'm going
Okay,
off what
okay, I'm gonna say no.
off what DeMarco said because he said PC. So
Are you
know
blaming
that
DeMarco's Lab, huh?
it will still come to PC. We just don't know if it's going to be launched or 6 months or a year down the road. Kinda
I can
the
see
normal
the majority of PlayStation exclusives coming to PC. I mean, that's.
Yeah,
I
I
can
think
just
so.
see that happening. Like
Well,
that
well,
doesn't
Jim
surprise me
Ryan-
anymore.
Jim Ryan just
said
Go ahead.
recently. He said something about why. Yes, they want to get games on PC, but
Mike,
It's
their
not-
draw
it's
is
not
to the
important.
PlayStation.
it's not important.
It's not important to
Yeah,
us,
they
no.
said it's not important. That the reason they want to keep these exclusives because they buy these for the PlayStation console, not for PC. PC is their last care in the world. They said pretty much. Jim Ryan said.
lies.
Yeah, he literally just said that literally like a week ago.
And the
Yeah,
way
I know.
Sony are aggressive and that, I wouldn't have been surprised if they've tried to get this game on their console, but powers of B have said no, it'll be multiplayer. But
Manic, your mic is away from me again.
are they? Yeah, I think
there you
it's
go.
on its way out.
Yeah, and Lex, another fellow British, says Sony's
They like to
Square
call.
contract means 16 will never be on Xbox. Yeah, because we
Yeah,
saw
it'll-
Jess
yeah,
Gordon tweet
no.
out today that Xbox's money wasn't enough. They weren't going to have enough money.
Look at Final Fantasy VII Remastered. How long was the agreement for that?
1 year, and then now
was
it
a
said
year.
3 years. Then they said 3 years, and now they're saying that it will come out a year after the 3rd episode. So that could be another 6 to 10 years from now at this point. You know what I'm saying? So
on
Never.
Xbox.
yeah,
Yep.
they said that pretty much. I guess in the bottom script thing, it said that after the series is over, which they made 3 games for the Final Fantasy VII. So they're making Final Fantasy VII, whatever that's called, and then Rebirth. So it's gonna now, and then the one after Rebirth. So that's another 2, maybe 5 years down the road. So you're looking at that 4 to 5 years down the road, and then
Right.
another year after that. So you'd have to look at 6 to 7 years down the road. We're talking next generation possibly.
Right,
before that comes-
I said 2030. Colt and I actually talked about that. And I was saying 2030 would be the,
Listen,
the final
and
trilogy.
it's sad that you got to think like that but it's true. It's sad. That's
It sounds ridiculous, yeah, but it's Hey,
contract to contract. You got to go off of it, and unfortunately, if you sign that paper, it's like a contract with a car or with a phone. You got to go. You got to pay for it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Now, what about you? What about you, Manic? What do you feel about Judas? Do you feel like it's gonna go to market soon?
Well, it'll be multiplayer. It has to be, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's best for it. But like I said, knowing Sony, I wouldn't be surprised if they hadn't have tried anything with it. But be fun game to see when it comes out.
Yeah, it's BioShock. It's
Nice.
good. I think we should
Yeah.
go ahead and talk about Final Fantasy 16 since we already kind of in the topic of it and seeing if that might
Yeah.
be. Is that going to be shown or maybe possibly? I personally think they're going to announce a demo during the show. That's just my thought. And then because they already said it's gone gold. So, but do you think they're going to show it? Is the key word on that tomorrow? If they're going to show that, or they're going to show Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which I don't think they're going to show Rebirth. That's just my opinion. I will.
you know
think
what?
they're gonna
They
show
will
16.
see Rebirth. I actually do think they will.
I don't think we're going to
In-
see
in-
Rebirth. I think we're
No.
too far away from it.
I don't think that they want to
Rumors
muddle.
be releasing like not that long actually, as in within the year.
No, they don't know. They haven't really gave it a date. There's nothing on it right now. So
Not officially, but I thought there was a rumor that was like this year. When I say this year, I
No,
mean like
it's
from now
not. It's
until-
not. It's not a rumor. It was
it was
winter
like December.
2023 is when they announced that it was coming to PlayStation 5 as a timed exclusive. Just like
Yeah, but it doesn't
The
have to be
remake
that
of
far
7.
away for it to be shown, though.
yeah, but see, Bushido, the thing is, I don't think that Sony and Square are gonna try and undercut themselves by showing Rebirth before 16 comes out. Because
I agree.
that would kind of take the wind out of 16's sales,
How?
at least from a marketing perspective. I mean,
I think it would. I think it could amp it up. I think it could amp it up because now you have we have Final Fantasy 16. Everyone's like, oh my god! And from what we've been seeing so far, I have not played a Final Fantasy game. This looks really damn cool to me, like really damn cool. So I'm excited for it, and I've never played. So then they come out and they're like, oh, you enjoyed Final Fantasy 16? It looks awesome to you? Guess what? We got this other one coming too. And then it's like you hit them with the 1-2, and I'm all for that. That would get me more excited.
Now, I do believe
they're going to have a double Final Fantasy punch?
It
with
with
the
the 1-2.
Yeah, give it to me.
Wouldn't
Hit
it
me,
be
hit me,
you
baby.
hit them
Yeah, I don't
first
see
and
what
then
it would
wait
hurt.
for your turn. You'd have to wait for your turn, wouldn't you, to hit them again?
But I think that I don't think it would hurt. The hype for Final Fantasy is hype for Final Fantasy. I think we're not as big a Final Fantasy fan as most PlayStation guys are. I've grown up on Final Fantasy, and I'm still not a big Final Fantasy fan. I stopped playing those like maybe 4 games ago, but 16 does have my interest. It looks really freaking good. So I'm interested to see how that one comes out. But for the most part, though, most Final Fantasy fans, man, you want to talk about Final Fantasy, the what was that one that they remastered of the old ones? Those listen, they were hyped for that, and I looked at it and I was like, it's just the old game. But to them, it was something real special.
They've remastered a lot of them. They remastered they've done 7. They like even just an 8-bit edition. They like maybe enhanced it a little bit, maybe better frames.
Right.
They've done
what
8. They've done 9. They've done 10. 10. They remastered 10-2. They remastered 12, 13. I mean, that's the 360, so they never really did that. So
Quite a few of them on Xbox.
Yeah, there's a. I mean, I own every one of them on Xbox. So
Yes,
yeah.
They just
Final Fantasy is a weird franchise in a sense. Not weird, but in a sense that its culture is really big with PlayStation fans, and so when it comes to Final Fantasy game, they don't come out that often, and when they do, the fans are usually rabid. All surprised to me they show both of those. They really love their Final Fantasy.
Yeah, I want to throw something in real quick, Manic. You could, if anybody that like is listening and tomorrow or whatever, you could just buy this game and you don't have to know nothing about the lore of Final Fantasy. These games do not
connect each other. Yeah,
they never connect. They're just great stories when they are. Yeah. Every one of them has a great story in some type of way that will just bring you in if you do like turn-based games. Now, these newer ones, Final Fantasy 15 and 16, are not really turn-based. They're more like an open action RPG. They're like, hack and slash, kind of like a Devil May Cry, more or less, is what I would direct this towards. So if you like Devil May Cry, you like fantasy, you like JRPGs, this is the game to go. I cannot wait for 16. Only game that might push it away a little bit is if I'm still playing Zelda and if I'm still playing maybe Diablo. But I could always go back to Diablo. Diablo is not a main thing to me, but Final Fantasy is the way to go. My bad, man. Go ahead, buddy. I just wanted to put that in there.
No, I was just going to ask, what was the last Final Fantasy that came out on the Xbox? Was it
15?
14? 15.
Oh, 15.
Yeah.
14 is not. 14's only on PlayStation and PC.
Yeah, I bought it and I got a right good chunk of the way through, and then something else must have come out, and that was the last. And
Mike's lying again.
I even bought the Final Fantasy VII Remastered on the PlayStation, and I've never started it.
Yeah, I remember
wasn't 15 in Game Pass?
Yes.
Yeah,
the Royal Edition was actually in Game Pass, where there was actually co-op. If somebody wanted to play with a friend, there was a nice co-op level.
I've added so much to it now.
Oh yeah. Oh man, you're talking. I think one of the DLCs is like 25 gigs or something like that. It's a pretty decent size for a game that's that old.
I was gonna say for DLC, sheesh.
Yeah, but it's good. It's still, I mean, if you like it, like I said, if you like the Devil May Cry-ness of a game and you like that, there's a lot into it. At this point, I think Final Fantasy is literally I mean, it's kind of tough because all my favorite games are kind of leads into RPGs, Mass Effect, Witcher, this. I just love these games, man. It's just their stories are just so driven to put you in them. Like you feel like you're inside the game playing it, and it's just like amazing.
Ooh.
So, yeah,
one of the first games that I remember playing. Now, Mac, you and I have actually talked about this. One of the first games that ever got me into Final Fantasy was Legend of the Dragoon. I don't know if you guys remember this game, but oh my god. There was something about that. I think I want to say it was like the music. It was like one of the first times. Honestly, it's been like a little over 10 years since I've really started to get into story games.
I have all this shit on my table behind me. I'm just pulling this shit out like fucking Carrot Top and shit out of a box and shit. I'm just like, okay, my bad. I just have all this shit because, like I said, I'm moving. So
yeah. So Legend of the Dragoon.
Sorry, my bad. I apologize, Red. I just wanted to.
No, it's
show
all
it
good.
off.
No, you're good, buddy. But yeah, I remember that game hitting me emotionally. There was a certain something to have. No spoilers for a 37-year-old game or whatever it is.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah, it's old, but there's like a character dies like early on, and I was like, he was my best friend. Like I cried like whenever the one Tom Cruise's best friend.
Don't talk about it.
In The Last Samurai dies. Right, spoiler.
It's only on the first disc, and it goes into the second disc. Okay, all right. Here you go.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to put it in, Daddy. The disc. So yeah, those games got me. Those games got me into the genre. I think just that style of RPG, and I don't know. I like Final Fantasy VII Reunion was the one recently that I revisited, played, beat it, and man, my God, what a story! I mean, I don't know. You really had to like love it. I don't know. I guess I'll just be waiting until I'm 44 years old or whatever for Final Fantasy VII Trilogy to come out. DeMarco, do you care about Final Fantasy?
No, I just said this is the one that I'm looking forward to.
No, I just mean is this the one?
This is the one that would get me into Final Fantasy.
Right. Yes, that was yeah.
But if it's not the one thing that I'm concerned, and this is not particular to Final Fantasy, this is just my take in games in general, is I'm not a fan of games getting as big with the worlds as they are. I think it's not fun to be running around. Like, I think they're beautiful. Like, Red Dead is gorgeous to look at, and that's one of the better, bless you, one of the better massive open worlds. But they just having gigantic things for the sake of because we can doesn't excite me. So if Final Fantasy 16 does this, then I'll look at it and go, okay, but I don't have the time to be doing all that. I just don't. So it'll lose me a little bit quicker over a game like Starfield or Baldur's Gate 3 that'll be like really heavily invested in more than this new IP that I'm like, it looks kind of cool. That's just
and those kind of games, because you mentioned Starfield, those kind of games are meant, like, that is the purpose of those games, is to get lost in and the open world. When you said, I want to enjoy a really great story, the way that Final Fantasy sort of is curated, Starfield, Bethesda games, it's sort of meant that is what you're supposed to be doing, is out exploring, and that is the game, versus Final Fantasy. It should be a bit more linear. I don't say it should be. That's just how I feel. I think Final Fantasy VII was a great. Even 15. 15 is my favorite Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy VII is my favorite Final Fantasy story. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I actually left work early without even telling my boss to go and get that game, Final Fantasy VII, when it came out.
Oh, did you like it? You were.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII on the original PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was.
Man.
I really enjoyed playing.
Yeah,
I've been okay.
Manic's boss listening right now, like, okay, we got his ass finally after 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I just said I was going to the toilet, and then I was out the fire door, down the road to the shop, bought it, and I was back again.
He's sitting in the bathroom with a giant tube TV on his lap. That's how they used to do it back in the day. Anyway,
like 7 years ago. What do you mean back in the day?
Wow. Yeah.
No. He's talking about the OG.
He's talking about the original.
The original.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about the original.
Shit, that motherfucker had one of those big ass. He was carrying that backpack around with that motherfucker.
Yeah. Wheeling around in a shopping cart or something. Anyway, so Final Fantasy 16, I don't think we're gonna see too much of it. Just a release trailer, probably. That's just what I think. I don't. And then if they shadow dropped a demo, like Max said, they would say, "And you can play a demo right now." That would be really cool. They're not going to show the demo. They're just going to say, "Here's the release date. Awesome." People.
They did show that. They already showed the demo. They already showed the demo in January. So the guy said,
"Do you mean a playable demo?"
Yeah. So back in January, they showed gameplay of it actually running in thing. They said that will be the demo that we're all going to get to play. So they already showed the game. They already showed the demo. And like a little brief message, like a little brief thing.
That's so weird. Okay.
Yeah, well,
in a recent interview, they actually revealed that we are going to get a 2-hour demo for the game before launch. A lot of people are speculating that it's literally going to shadow drop Red, like you said, after the showcase. I'm wanting to believe it. They did the same thing with Street Fighter 6 at one of the state of plays a few months back. So
yeah,
I wouldn't be shocked if they say, and you can play a little bit today. Starting after the showcase.
Yeah,
I would not
download
be
the demo after the showcase. Yeah, and I know it comes out in June. Like Lexi says, it comes out in June, but it's still marketing. It's something that how many people are gonna be watching this showcase? Like you're gonna look at probably a million people, or probably not a million, but 100,000 right off rip, But later on, they'll probably have 10 million people that will watch it. So yeah, people are gonna see this. They're gonna be like, oh wow, I didn't even know this was coming out. So
All right.
Somebody
Any other thoughts on Final Fantasy? Perfect.
Just maybe expect a 1-minute trailer for 16. Nothing on Rebirth. Not until after it comes out.
I agree with Assassin.
Yeah, you don't want to muddle your marketing. I agree with you there. So let's.
And I
move
agree
on
with
to...
DeMarco.
Yay!
All right, hell yeah. Yes. So, somebody hearted me. That was Jonas. Shout out to Jonas, by the way. He is. He is slaving away right now, doing special things behind the scenes. Shout out to him. He's awesome. Very generous. I can't say enough. But so let's see. Manic, do you have anything just hopes and dreams wise that you want to see right off the tip of the old butthole, right on the tip of the old, like that, just pluck it right off. This is what I want. Like, go.
In what sense? As in
just
gaming?
life, No. The showcase, like new stuff.
Funny place to keep a hope strapped to your butthole.
No one's gonna look there unless they have to. Keep your hopes to yourself. Except right now, go.
Wow, on the spot. But I don't know. Gaming wise, just bring out the good games. And this, end console war, but it'll never happen because it was a thing that they created. So
there you go. You heard it here first, baby. End the console wars. Peace and love to everyone. Bushido, you're over here, suck it up to Square, playing Octopath 2, which actually that was a great game for the 20 minutes that I played it on Xbox. I need to get back into it. But what do you want to see, man? Just hopes and dreams. Rumors. Go from rumors and leaks.
Yeah, there's some games that unfortunately for you guys, I don't really believe too much in rumors because I don't like getting my hopes up. If I could have a rumor to be true, they've already done it with the Metal Gear remake, but I don't know if that would have been the Metal Gear that I would have wanted. I would have wanted I would have wanted that one redone. The one that was it 2?
Well, Sons of Liberty was 2. That was the one where you really didn't. You played only a little bit of Snake, and then you switched over to.
Yeah, not that one. Yeah, the one on the boat at the beginning. Yeah, that's the one I would. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and then they were actually both of them, 1 and 2, started off on the boat, by the way. So it was kind of like a weird scenario. So.
Right, but the original Metal Gear was on Super NES, and it was kind of a stealth-based game, but it was kind of a top-down type of thing.
Yeah, yep.
But the one that was on PS2, that was the one that I was on PS2, the one I'm talking about.
You're talking about the PS1? It was PS1. Yep, it had a blue. Yeah, it has a white case on it. Yep, I have it in my box.
I don't think it starts off on a boat. I think it's like in a base in the snow.
Yeah, it's like. When I said it, I was like, oh wait, no, it was It's like a fucking.
I can see
blue
how
base.
you guys
It's
are confused because it's like a big. You crawl through
It's
like a
been
little hole.
20 years since I played it, so.
Right. Yeah, that sounds good. Listen, everything when you get older starts to meld together like it was last year. So you're asking me what year for something.
Hey, so that's what that is. Okay, now I understand where Age is coming from. All right,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Manic. My bad.
Everything seems to be the same. But good, man.
Two games come to light, hopes and dreams. Hope that we will get Silent Hill on Xbox, and dreams we'll hear more about Alan Wake.
Yeah, that's a good one. But
Yeah.
Alan Wake will be
yes.
Alan Wake will actually be in our in 2 weeks. We're gonna have a show about the Xbox podcast or Xbox showcase. So I'm sure somebody will bring it up during that time. So for sure.
Yeah, I think they have the advertising race on Alan Wake this
they
on
do.
this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Pragmata. I've been really wondering what that game was.
Yep.
It really reminds me of a Kojima game.
Yeah, that's the game with the white. She's like there's a little girl and a white robot. Is it?
It's a little girl and a robotic cat and a space astronaut.
Yeah,
They're all
robotic cat,
together.
right?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm right.
Yeah. So, I don't know what that's about, but it's got my interest.
It looks like a third-person
21.
sci-fi.
It does.
Maybe survival horror game from Capcom.
I
Sign
would
me
go
the
with
fuck up, please.
Yeah, something like Dead Space.
Yeah.
That would be Bushido's game. I know.
Oh,
That would be a
But that's
Bushido
not
Capcom
game.
version of Dead Space. Yes.
Yeah, I would say it's a Dead Space game. But will it be at the showcase, you guys? That's what I want to know. I want to know. Do we get this?
Well,
So,
according to
because they
Capcom,
have
it's
the
still coming
advertisement
out
rights
this
on
year.
that. If I'm not mistaken, they have the advertisement rights on that one, and I think they would show that one. And I would love to see Stellar Booty. I mean, Blade. I'm really hyped for that game.
Wait, Bushido,
I'm
you mean
stupid
Stellar
hyped for that
Games?
game.
Yeah,
Stellar Games. Stellar Games. Yeah, Stellar Games. Yeah, my bad.
So is everybody saying? So wait, so you guys think that what was the game called?
Stellar Games.
No, the one before that. I want to know.
Pragmata.
Pragmata.
I mean, I don't know. It's one of those hit and miss games. Like we haven't heard anything really on it since 21. I mean, that's kind of a lot of games right now at this point for PlayStation. So, I mean,
Yeah, but that's the Capcom game.
The last we heard about it was GDC last year. They had to.
I was gonna say it was last year. Yeah.
oh, then there we go.
to
So then it might
2023.
be. So I would actually say then yes, we would see this at the showcase. I always think when they show a game like that's they showed like a few years prior and then they show it again. I normally think if it doesn't come out that year, it will come out within like an 18-month period. So yeah, I'll say yes, it will be there. And for the Stellar Blade, yeah, that's almost a given at this point. So I don't see that not being there.
Another
Yeah,
confirmed
but the
2023
thing with
release.
Pragmata is going to be whether or not, in my opinion, is whether or not we see actual gameplay. Yeah, because it's been in development for a few years, but depending on how close they are, would we see gameplay, or we see what I call faux gameplay, where they show you CGI gameplay on the super high resolution, and it still gives you a concept and idea of how the game is going to be played, but of course the game won't look anything like that, though.
I don't mind those types of trailers, but
it's very deceptive.
Oh, yes, it is deceptive. Showing you a video of
Mike Manic
that's running. Sorry, showing you a video of a game that's running on a high-end PC.
Exactly, like they did with Forza Motorsport last year.
Like the Division 1, like every other fucking.
Oh
game.
man, we got so many games you can name. Just about, the messed up part is, it's an industry-wide practice. This isn't even just one person you can name. It is an industry-wide practice, and it's unfair.
To me, when they do that, I think the only thing I ask the industry or the developers or whoever's doing these trailers, put it at the bottom that it's played on PC. That's all I ask. And then I know that to bring my hopes down if I'm going to play it on Xbox.
Or not actual game footage, or something.
Well, I get why they're going to show it in the highest.
Well, they do sometimes. They do. They put it in the small print. This footage is shown on a high-end PC. I actually seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sometimes, but a lot of times they don't.
No.
Like Ghost of Tsushima, when that one played, and the way the game looked, it looked miraculously beautiful on a PS4, and then when you saw the actual gameplay, it was like downgraded, and everybody else who was PlayStation fanboys were like, what are you talking about? The game looks great. It did look great, but that's not what we saw last year, though. So
well, The big one
I
for
wish they
me
would stop
was
that, though.
Watch Dogs when they first showed you that, with all the smoke coming out the sewer drains and everything going on, and then when you actually
Yeah.
got the game, it wasn't nothing like that.
Yeah, my main one is like one of you guys said is the Division. The Division was one of the biggest rip offs.
Oh, I was pissed.
Oh my god, I was
Another
so
game.
hoping.
Watch
I don't know why I
Dogs
thought it was
1.
gonna look like that.
Watch
Yeah,
Dogs
Yeah.
1. That was the other
That's-
one.
Oh, yeah.
It was around
That's the
same,
one I'm
they
on
showed
about.
The same fucking game, same showcase they showed them. And when we got them, I was like, this is not what I seen.
yep.
Everything's fine.
The fuck?
Did you? Everything's fine. My cat
Was
tried to
that
jump
wolf
on
falling off
me
the chair?
and forgot that he has like 5-inch claws and ran to my leg. So yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so what's other games can we think of? Oh, here's one I heard. I know it's gonna be a weird one. Maybe only Bushido and Assassin, I would say, with maybe DeMarco. I don't think. Horizon, the people that with the Olay or whatever her name is, the freaking game. There's supposed to be an online game coming, some type of PvP.
Yep.
Which
Oh,
is
You're talking
yeah.
about
which
the
to
Horizon
me-
MMO.
I think
Horizon,
that's good.
yeah.
That makes sense to me. I love third-person shooters. I love that game. Give me a PvP on that. I would like to see that. So, but will it be at the showcase? Is the big question. That's
I don't know if it's
I-
PvP, but I know it's
No.
supposed to be like an MMO type thing.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
is an
It's
MMO.
aimed.
oh,
It's aimed to be
It's
an
not a
MMO.
shooter at all.
So you can expect probably some PvP elements, but obviously I think we actually talked about this last week, didn't we? Where like the better MMOs are usually they drill down on the PvE. So
yeah. I didn't know it was MMO. I didn't know if it was an MMO or a PvP, but I like the ideal of an MMO. So I mean, I also like the MMO ideal of Elder Scrolls. But here we are now. I'm never playing that game ever again. So,
Yeah, how about
I
that?
mean, so let's just say much.
One game I would like to see, but because I want to see it, and with what's gone on in behind the scenes, we probably won't see nothing. But Ark 2.
Yeah, but Arc 2 is an Xbox thing, so we're not. This is we're
All
only
right,
talking.
okay.
Yeah, so we're only.
Yeah,
This is we're only.
No, I thought it was multiplayer.
Oh,
Arc.
well, it is
it
multiplayer.
is, but it's
multi-
Xbox.
but
no.
it's marketing
It's
through
an
Xbox.
Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what other? There's so many other games. Oh, here I got one for Assassin. Cory Barlog's sci-fi game, possibly being shown. That open world game from Cory.
Yeah. So
what game did he make prior? What was it?
It's a little game called God of War.
Oh yeah.
and-
That's what it is. Oh yeah. That's what it is. I knew it was.
Okay. T-Max.
Boy.
As some people will know by now, but in case you're not aware, God of War Ragnarok was directed by Eric Summers, I think was his name. So, Cory Barlog, he's been working on a new project with Sony Santa Monica since 2018. For those who can't do math, that was 5 years ago. So, the question remains, Cory, what have you been working on in the past 4 to 5 years? And according to
Hopefully that
leaks,
is so.
it
Glad
is...
you asked, Assassin, because I'll tell you, it's going to be God of War Ragnarok 2, the Ragnarokening, remake, reboot, remastered, porting to XP, PC, Switch,
With the Ragnarok
PlayStation
game.
2 remake.
That only runs on a 1080 GPU. Sorry.
There
about
we
that.
Yeah.
So get excited, everyone.
Viva the Ragnarok.
Red, you're you might want to take a note of this one because apparently the game is being inspired by The Last of Us and Mass Effect.
And then I'll never get to play it because I'm
So,
on PlayStation.
are we, so yes or no? Everybody, yes or no?
My man, he says he
I'm
wants a
gonna say
new IP to get him
yes.
interested in the PlayStation. I literally
say
just gave
yes.
him one, and he says no. He's an Xbox.
I know.
He will never own a PlayStation. Let's just face facts here. He
I
will
want a
never own one.
PlayStation very badly because I really do want to play
You said
Spider-Man.
Red, they have like 10 must-play exclusives, and you're like, nah.
Go through a list. Try to convince me.
Bushido, do you think Cory's going to come out with his game during the showcase? Announce it, what it is?
I like how there's two different subjects being talked about.
There's only one.
between
No,
those
no,
two
Assassin,
lines.
Assassin.
Just ignore what they're saying and keep
Nope.
it going because they're going out of
No,
topic
Assassin,
like normal.
tell me,
They're
run
always
through the
bitching
list.
at
10
me.
games. Go, quick.
I'm actually interested in both. Like, I'm interested in him telling them see what games he would turn down.
No, in the background, Assassin's saying, we need to keep on the showcase. We need to keep winning the showcase. There's literally text
Assassin, you're wasting
right
time, man.
And
We
here
could've
they
got to this
are.
list.
And here they are going on a
Could've been
topic
over.
like normal.
Go
ahead,
get you
Assassin,
guys
come on.
inside
I'm
one
let's
day.
go
I'll
Bushido
party
talk.
time up.
Wait, we're talking about PlayStation 5 or 4's game, or both?
5.
Both, really. Because the games that are played on
there
4.
ain't nothing on 5 that really matters besides Miles Morales, and that's on both.
Yeah, there's only a few anyway from on a PS5 so far.
I know
anyway.
one.
But anyway,
Destruction All-Star. Okay.
Go ahead.
Stop
Bushido,
playing.
what, do you think we're gonna see this Cory Barlog sci-fi
Yes,
game
Bushido.
from Sony?
I would
Cinema?
like to, because first of all, anything sci-fi, I am into it. Like, you got me on board as long as your premise is clean and is entertaining. You could be missing some elements, like the story could be like, but the gameplay and the world is great. I'll be into it. If the story is banging, but everything else is like, I'll still be into it. So all you do is just do one thing right when it comes to sci-fi, and I'm into it. I think so. If since we're just doing predictions, I think so, because it has been a long time. So I think the very worst we'll see a sizzle reel or a CGI trailer. Yeah, I would like to see that much at least. I'm always for the CGI trailers for new IPs. That, to me, that gets me hyped, just to show me something new is coming and this is the concept for it. But it'd be nice. Yeah, that's how I think it will be the case.
What about you?
All right,
DeMarco?
Bushido's got a yes. Go ahead. Matt.
Yes. So I said yes too on the CGI trailer. DeMarco, you're saying no. Why? What's your reasoning? Any
No,
reason?
I think that Sony already has a pretty stacked showcase, and something like a Cory Barlog's game. I know that he took a back seat for God of War Ragnarok, so he's had time to do his own thing. But it seems to me, if I think about the way, and I know this is not comparable, I'm absolutely aware, but if I think about the way that like Bethesda runs their games, where they finish and then they move on to their next project, and only until then do they still don't even have a full playable build of the game at that point. They only really have kind of the concept and maybe a vertical slice. If in even roughly a similar vein it applies to with God of War Ragnarok, they're still in very, very early stages. And if that's the case, part of it is my bias. I'd rather they just wait to show it off, because there's so many other things to look forward to. You could postpone this by a year. It's not going to hurt the amount of people that are going to watch. It's not going to hurt people's engagement with the showcase or what they come out of it, whether they give it an A or a B or a C, whatever.
Wait a minute, DeMarco. What PlayStation first-party games do we have to look forward to? We know
gonna announce all
Spider-Man, we
of
know
them. They're gonna
Wolverine, we know
announce all of them.
Factions, and that's it.
Yeah, but he's saying they're gonna
So
start
what-
announcing.
They're gonna, yeah, but they have
wait.
they don't need to show. I'm not saying specific to first party. I'm just saying they have enough things to show at the showcase that they don't need. It's not going to really be necessary for Cory Barlog's game to appear this year. You can wait a year, because they could do what Xbox did, where Xbox kind of came out and they're like, here's Avowed, and here's Fable, and here's Starfield, and here's Elder Scrolls 6. And guess what? You're not seeing them for another 3 years, or like plus. Goodbye.
Yeah.
And if they were to show off whatever game he's working on, this sci-fi game, I think we'd see a similar situation. So part of it's bias. I don't want them to. I'd rather they wait till it's at least another year closer. But also, I just think that they have enough in the showcase already. I mean, we're talking about what was it? I think you, Assassin, even mentioned there's like 30 plus things that could be there. So there's way more than enough that if this is not ready, it doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, they have time, is what you're saying, because they have so much. They have so
Oh
much.
yeah,
in
they
their
do.
There's
I'm
no urgency.
I'm specifically talking about first party, because third party, yeah, we know way too much about third party. We know about Stellar.
Yeah, I'm with you with that.
I almost said Stellar Games again. Thanks, Bushido. We know Stellar Blade, which is third party. We know Rise of the Ronin, third party. We know about Lost Soul Aside, third party. Convaleria, third party. We know too many third party. I don't know many first party, and you're right. Cory may say, you know what, the game's not ready. We're not going to show it. But this is the time where Sony has to show us more from what their first party's working on, especially after they shut down Pixel Opus. They need to show that they still have the teams to make great games. I mean, they obviously do. We just don't know what the fuck they're working on here.
Yeah.
We do. We know what they're working on, right? We know that Cory Barlog's working on a sci-fi game. We know that Insomniac has Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. We know that Naughty Dog's working on the Last of Us factions and something else. You know, they're definitely doing something in the background.
Well, yeah,
so
we
it's
know
not
what
as
two
though these
studios are
first-party
working on, but
studios
what about
don't
the other 21?
On to our next game.
care.
Fair enough.
I know. I don't want to drag it out. You know, it's already 7:12. Well, since you brought it up, DeMarco, Fractions or whatever from Naughty Dog's.
Fractions?
Yeah, what is
Fractions.
it? Is it Factions or Fractions? What is it? I don't know. What it is.
Factions.
Factions.
Oh,
Factions.
it's something I'm not gonna play. So it's gonna be there. Yeah. Carry
Oh boy.
No, I'll
one
play it.
letter did
Go
one
ahead, go ahead,
difference.
Mac.
I'll play it if it's a free to play. I think it's gonna be free to play. I think that's gonna be one of their free to play games. It's gonna be there. It's gotta be there. They gotta
Oh,
put
no, I
something
think they're
out.
Are you sure what they say is
I think they'll pull a Halo where they'll get you to, they'll charge you even if it's a little bit for it, and then charge you an arm and a leg for the season passes and everything, worse than anybody else. But I'm just assuming,
Well,
They're
yeah,
saying it's
that-
as expansive as their single player games.
well, yeah. So yeah,
That's what they're saying.
Mm.
And if it's
Hey,
as
Red.
expansive as a single player Naughty Dog game, that is a $70 game to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if it's $70 and then you had about $10,000 worth of content in there that you got to pay for just to have one little skin toe. I don't know. I'll play if it's free, but I'm not gonna pay $70 for it. I have no urgency to play. I love multiplayer games. Everybody knows that I'm pretty decent at them. I play the shit out of them. But I just for a PlayStation, it has to be like something that's
Hey.
A1. But will they show it? Yes. I just want to say that. That's all I got.
Mac.
Oh yeah, I think they'll definitely show it. Yeah.
Yeah, Assassin, what's up?
Hypothetical here. We see the showcase begins, right? We see the tagline that we see with every Sony game, right? The whole Sony Interactive Entertainment presents, right? We start hyping up. We know a big game's coming, and then Fortnite like music pops up, and here comes Factions. I'm like, what the fuck? What?
Well, it would work. It would
And
work
we
because
see Joel and Ellie
kids.
doing Fortnite like dances. I'm like, what?
But it makes
in the
sense.
hell?
It makes sense though because it draws kids in. The biggest thing about these companies nowadays is they want money. They want money, and what brings money in is video games for children. And crying, bitching children are the biggest thing wrong with this world when it comes to video games. Because what they do is they run to their mom and their dad and they're, Mom, I want this skin. It's $10. And they do it 12 times a year. That's $120, and there's millions of kids. And unfortunately, that's where I think we're at in this society
Well, yeah,
of PvP
yeah, I agree
games,
with you.
unfortunately.
I
Mac, he's
agree with you, even though Risket is not
I'm
a
a
kid. but
smack
yeah,
my
hey.
kid. He says, "Come on, like, bitch, get a job."
Guaranteed he won't. Guarantee you won't.
I will. I'm greedy with my money. He wanted to get a job.
I have to agree with Matt. I think we will see Factions, and I'm kind of 50-50 whether it's going to be a full $70 full price game, but if they learned anything from a game like Destruction All-Stars, it'd be best to make it free to play. One concern I would have, though, I really hope they have enough content, because after a game like Halo Infinite or Redfall, where there's not that much content, even though the game is fun to play, not enough reward, that game could die pretty fast if they don't have if they don't have a reason for the players to keep playing. Then that game is gonna pretty quickly.
Oh no, man! PlayStation fanboys will support it, even if they have to walk away from the console and have it running just to make it like somebody's on there playing. Their player base is up. They would do it. Like they would support a bad game, as you can see with Destruction All Stars. That wasn't even first party. Forspoken. They're pretty protective, only because of the fact that it's always, we got to cover for PlayStation, and so I wouldn't be surprised that if it didn't have any content, it ran out of content like Halo did, and they would still support it and be like, "Well, it's still fun though." Would say exactly that. I just can hear that.
Yeah, I know, but see, the thing, Bushido, is I have one question for you. When was the last good live service game from Sony?
I mean,
None.
I still have some time I need to do research, but
You don't
Mac
need
knows
to.
this.
It's none. It's zero.
Blood Hunt. Let's
Yeah,
see. Let's just go through the list. Blood Hunt, dead. Uncharted 4 multiplayer, dead. Yeah, pretty much. Destruction All Stars, dead.
Yeah.
And I can almost
They
guarantee
have-
you
they
that
have
this Last
no
of Us,
experience.
I can almost guarantee you that this Last of Us spinoff is going to be dead as well. Sorry to say, I'm calling it now.
I don't know, man. They've been waiting a long time for that one. It'll be alive for a little bit.
It'll
But
be-
yeah.
Yeah, they waited
exactly.
a
It'll
long
be
time
alive
for
for a little bit.
Forspoken, and look
Dude,
what happened there.
Even Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt was alive for a little bit. Cult classic franchise.
Mm.
Dead.
I liked it.
They
I
they
liked the
they
game.
like left that thing alive, like a worm out in the hot sun with no water. Just let it die. But yeah, so I think it'll do great when it first comes out. Keeping it alive, I don't know. But to be fair, The Last of Us multiplayer was really good, and then people were mad that that Last of Us 2 didn't happen.
Was it though?
Yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah,
But I liked
was
it as
bad.
I liked it as an. I think most people appreciated it because it was an addendum to the main game.
Yeah.
So it's a completely different thing, especially if you're selling it to people to try to make this AAA multiplayer experience that lives and dies by its multiplayer
I'll use
and
for
by the
example,
gameplay of it.
Uncharted 4 had
No.
a pretty good online.
I was
too.
just about to say Uncharted. Yep.
Yeah,
I
Uncharted.
played
Yeah, I
Similar
said that
to-
earlier.
Yeah.
Literally,
Understood
Assassin
everything.
literally said that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Both
Yeah, it's
games,
good.
I've played both games many occasions, many a times, and I never knew both of them had multiplayer.
See what I mean?
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't know how to
Just-
advertise a live
Marketing,
service
no-
game,
no marketing,
let
they
alone a
don't market.
multiplayer game.
Yeah, they don't market
Yeah.
their online games that well. They just don't.
They don't.
Okay.
They
then
treat
this
them
is-
like second-class citizens.
Okay, then. All right,
So,
so Bushido, what do you think? Or Red? Go ahead, Red. Come back.
No. Well, you said what I was gonna say. Go ahead, Mac. You do everything.
I was just pushing it along to the next person. What about
Yeah,
you?
go ahead, bud.
He already asked me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Damn.
Anybody else? Who else has said none? What about you, Manic? Have you said anything?
What are you eating, Mac?
Manic, what are you? What about PvP?
What?
Yo, I just got home at 6 o'clock. I'm hungry.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
But well, then we'll talk about a game that I want to talk about, and it's by Bluepoint Games. If you guys know
Take
who
a big
that
bite
is-
first.
Yep.
I ain't got nothing in my mouth. What the fuck? Bluepoint
on, Red.
Games. They made they're part of Titanfall 1. They made the Nathan Drake collection. There's a couple other games they remastered. I can't really think of.
Demon Souls.
Yeah,
Demon
they-
Souls.
Yeah, Demon
Yeah.
Souls. What? There's rumors that they're making a game. Well, they already know there is. We know
Right,
there is.
right.
There's no rumors. We know. What do you think that they'll show their game and maybe possibly what it is? I'm gonna start this off with DeMarco since he's sitting there looking so intrigued.
Bluepoint is one of my favorite type of developer stories. That's why I'm. If you're saying that ironically, I genuinely am intrigued.
No, I just said it
I-
because you kind of look like so. Yeah, I don't really want to hear this, but I knew you did. So.
Yeah, Bluepoint Games. I love the type of story where they're known for doing these remasters. Now they could do their own thing. When I made a video talking about PlayStation and the conference and what I did and didn't expect, and someone corrected me where I thought they were working on a brand new IP. That's not what they said. They apparently, according to this commenter, it was that they're working on a new game that they get to tell the story of. So it could be an existing IP that they're working on.
Uncharted or not? It's going to be Uncharted, another generation. That's what I'm going with.
I don't want another Uncharted, honestly.
Unfortunately, that's what they're going to go with.
But what I want to see, what I would want to see is them do, and it's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. But what I want them to do, or anybody to do, it doesn't have to be Bluepoint, is Jack and Daxter.
Yep.
I would love that.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
sitting here
You,
chewing on
Jack
my
and
pieces.
Daxter.
I got steak, and I'm like, he's gonna say Jack and Dexter, and I can't say it with him. I figured too. That'd be good. They're good at remasters, so just carrying out a story like that. Man,
Yeah, I
Jack
want to
and
see
Dexter,
their writing
sure.
chops. I want to see their writing chops.
Yeah. So, all right. What about you? Let's go with Manic. What about you, Manic? What do you think Bluepoint? Do you know who Bluepoint is?
No.
Okay, so they, like I said, they,
Yeah.
okay,
I know the
well,
games. I know the games.
Well-
Look, yeah.
Well, it is what it is.
And
All
you
right.
just
What,
don't care.
so do you? Okay. Well, do you think? Well, we'll just move on to Assassin then, since you don't know. So, what about you, Assassin?
That's better.
I'm gonna have to correct that commenter, DeMarco. Bluepoint President Marco Thrush has said, "Our next project, we are working on original content right now. We can't talk about what that is, but that's the next step in the evolution for us.
Original
That is not
content.
the evolution of a Original content.
Yes.
Yes.
Which
That-
does not mean new IP.
original
It
IP.
just means no. It doesn't mean it doesn't. That doesn't mean IP. That means original, like a new story.
I
It can
think
be
he-
in an
I
existing
think he
IP.
just means. I think he's just using the wrong words. I don't mean you, assassin. I think the
The comment guy.
Yeah, I think he's just using the wrong words. I think it.
Yeah, that's
because
literally
from what
what
I've
I
heard
said
too, it's a
verbatim.
new IP. Yeah, I
It
think because
is.
I've heard new IP also. Yeah, and I'm with you too. When you say content, the first thing that caught my attention was like, well, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a new game, but I do know I've heard for a while it's been a new game. So I'm of the belief it is a new game. He might be misspeaking in that instance, but I'm with you though, DeMarco. I usually catch on the words too.
Well, even
One thing I will say when it comes to Bluepoint, I think it is whether it's a new IP or whether it's like something new with an existing IP. I think it's a good idea for Bluepoint to spread their wings either way. So
Mhm.
I'm with you there, DeMarco. It's just I'm not gonna completely throw out the window that they're not working on a new IP just in general.
Oh, for what it's worth, I'm not either. Like, just to be clear,
Yeah.
that's just what somebody commented. I didn't even check the validity of it. I didn't look deeper into it. I just said, okay, cool, that sounds good to me. But I'd
That's a
rather
good
them
point,
do a
too.
new
It could
IP.
be
I'd
something-
rather a new IP for what
Me
it's worth
too.
too.
Yes.
Because I like new
Yeah.
IPs.
One thing I want to see from all of Sony's first party studios. I mean, it'd be great if we got Ghost of Tsushima 2. I love the first one. I freaking platinumed it, for God's sakes. I want to go back to that world just to listen to the music for that one. So that'd be great. Horizon, we already know a third one's in development. I think and I can't wait for that game to come out because the game that comes out next is going to completely overshadow it. But yeah, just new IP from every studio that wants to work on it. Housemark, Valkyrie Entertainment, Firewalk, Haven. I think it's time we saw those games too.
I'm just out of all the stuff that I'm hoping for, if they do show, there's rumors there's going to be Castlevania shown too, with the Metal Gear Solid and then the Silent Hill situation. I don't care about Silent Hill. Silent Hill can be thrown to the Nintendo DS as long as I care. I'm not a Silent Hill guy. I don't care. But Castlevania's got to be on Xbox. I think they'll sell really well on both. But if it's only one, who the hell just put 900 black squares in the damn chat?
Of course, it was Wolf. Who else?
There's Wolf, Red.
He put literally 60. He probably put 69 in there just to be a smartass. But that's my biggest hope. I don't know if y'all believe in it, but I don't think they do. If they don't show it, then maybe we might get it at the Summer Game Fest at Castlevania. But I don't know anything else. I'm trying to think of some other stuff. Like you said, Ghost might be. I think Ghost is going to end the show. That's my biggest theory of it. I think Ghost. I think it's going to end the show. I think they're going to end it. It has to. It almost won Game of the Year. I mean,
Yeah, but Jeff Grubb has also reported it's not going to be there. Neither is Dragon Age Dreadwolf. That's what I told him.
Yeah, but he's not right all the time either.
Listen, Jeff Grubb can tell
Yeah,
me that
well, he
McDonald's
is.
ice cream machine's broken. I'm still going to go order a McFlurry if I want one.
I'm gonna get one if it's broken.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Whether you get one,
I'm gonna still try. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna hope.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I would hope that he's wrong too, but I'm not going to fully expect it now. I mean,
Well,
you would think that after he accurately predicted Kojima working with Microsoft, that people would just maybe listen to him a little bit more.
No. Everybody does take him. I take him anything he says with a lot of validity, but I'm just bringing up the point that he's not always right. And
Yeah, he's
this
not
instance,
always right.
this instance, since I want to see a second Ghost, I don't want him to be right in this instance. So
Me too.
that's the only reason why I'm saying that.
Wrong. I want what Mac wants. I want Jeff to be wrong.
So
Yeah.
in this context, did Jeff actually come out and say that this is what's happening, or was he having a conversation on a show?
yes, he was on the Xbox Era podcast. I think it was. I don't know what podcast was he on.
It was on his own podcast, Games Mess,
Was
where
he on
he
his own? I
mentioned.
couldn't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, it was his own.
Was
He was
he
talking to
just
Mike
having
Minotti.
a conversation?
I believe it was actually an answer to a question that one of the people in his chat asked him.
One of the things about a lot of these leakers, whenever they get on podcasts, is that they're like not allowed to talk. And as soon as they say something that they're just speculative of, they're like, oh, he knows something. He's doing the thing. He knows something. He's out here talking about his shit. He's talking. He's trying to give us a little scoop. But that's not always the case. These guys should be allowed to talk.
Why do you sound like a Scarface that's got something up his butt?
I sound like Joe Pesci.
Are you auditioning for Mafia 5 or something?
Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but
Futurama and Clamps.
There we
Droid.
go. I like that.
I wanna
Yeah, I think a lot of this is just he's just probably talking. I don't know. I would like to see a Ghost 2. Ghost of Tsushima 2. A GOT 2.
Have you even finished the first one, Red?
Oh my god, yeah. Hell yeah. I put like I don't know how much time I have in it because PlayStation doesn't have stats, or if they did I don't know how to view them.
It does now.
Oh well, look at that. Yeah, no, I beat the shit out of the game. That was like one of my favorite PlayStation games ever.
51 hours for me. Hey,
it might be my favorite actually.
Plus.
I played it with an Xbox controller, and it was great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so COD Ghosts 2, make it, cowards. Lorefield says. Lex, yes, I agree with you. That'd be awesome. So where are we at with games now? We've literally gone on for an hour and a half about the showcase. We haven't even talked about Spider-Man 2, baby. Is it going to be co-op? Is it not going to be co-op? There was an interview with the voice actor for Miles Morales, and he sort of let things slip a little bit. And now, again, not a lot of the times these voice actors don't know everything, but look what happened with the voice actor that voices Cole from Deathloop. Mac is having some sort of conniption. I don't know what's going on.
I'm having a seizure because I'm trying to tell you that today, actually, it was a day or last night late, Insomniac actually posted on a post to somebody asking, does this game have co-op? And they're like, no, this is a single player game. No co-op. So,
good.
I didn't know.
Next topic.
No, hey, I'm not trying to ruin your spotlight or not. I'm just making sure. I keep.
I don't care. I can't play the damn thing. I think it would be really cool to play co-op, but
it would have been. But we'd be playing at 20 frames per second at best on that shit because
after Gotham Knights that I wasn't really crazy about, I don't want to see another superhero co-op game for a long time, and also seeing Justice League kill the Suicide Squad, kill the Justice League, and the way that game looks so far, I don't want to see another superhero multiplayer game. I'm so grateful that Insomniac is doing single player, especially after like Jedi Survivor, which has the kind of team-based elements that you sort of get a little bit of. It's not as fleshed out as it was in Arkham Knight, but it's there-ish.
Yeah, exactly. I was saying Arkham Knight Arkham Knight is exactly what I am expecting with Spider-Man 2.
That's what I want.
Yes, because it was so good, man. You like throw somebody into Robin, and Robin would flip them up in the air and break their neck, and somehow he's alive. Good.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm expecting more. That's a 2015, 2016 game. We're talking about 2023 next generation game. Insomniac. I want to see the best possible game we can actually get out of a PlayStation 5.
It's been 5 years. Insomniac.
Since I looked at
5 years since the first one.
Yeah.
Jesus,
and I love
it's time.
2018 Spider-Man was amazing. It was
it was
It was
good.
My game of the year that year.
It was really good.
I can go back and play. I'm gonna buy it on my Steam Deck tonight just for that. All right.
You know what? I'm gonna re-download it.
Then that Spider-Man was on PlayStation Plus, but they've taken the original off and put the Morales one on.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Yep.
Hey, I'm gonna go watch that one. Yeah. So, I mean, what can we really say about Spider-Man? I mean, I'm really just excited about the story. I want to see what happens there. It's still gonna be the same city. Combat's gonna be upgraded. Miles Morales is in it. Venom's in it. The best villain in Spider-Man history, in my opinion, as they say in Canada. I don't really know what else to say about it. It's Spider-Man 2.
I think the big thing about it is they've already established, like, the one concern, the story needs to really, and the upgrades to the gameplay, the way that Arkham Asylum upgraded to Arkham City and then to Arkham Knight, like, those are the things it needs. Because now you don't have the advantage of everybody knows the swinging, and I'm sure they're gonna fine tune it and tweak it. It's gonna feel even better. It already felt great, so you don't have the novelty of the swinging. You don't have the novelty of Manhattan and going through Manhattan. You don't have the novelty of the combat system. So a lot of that is gone, which means everything needs to get put into those other elements, and that's where can they pull that off?
Right.
I mean, yes, my money is on Insomniac 100%, but
Right. Yeah, that is the thing. Like, how do you elevate something that was already like peak? Because
the same way Tears of the
VR.
Kingdom did. By doing it. By just doing it.
all
By
right,
shutting
well,
up and doing it. Same with
the,
Jedi Survivor. Just
Same with
shutting up
Jedi
and doing it.
Survivor. Just showing up and doing it.
oh, shout out to Jake in chat. He says, I see 10 people in the chat. I want to see 10 likes in 10 seconds. Are we not at 10 likes? Is that
We are.
real?
14.
Okay, I was about to.
We're at 10.
Fuck. Yeah. So Bushido.
About the what?
Oh, Manic, you said something. Do you want to talk about Spider-Man?
No.
I've bought the games, but I've never got around to playing them.
Oh wow.
What was the last Spider-Man game that you played?
Xbox, OG.
Oh wow.
Nice.
That's
hell yeah. So you
really
played like Spider-Man 2.
the Amazing Spider-Man.
If it's on the Xbox, the OG Xbox, then yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Oh, the OG Xbox.
hmm Yeah, Spider-Man 2 was on
Wow.
there. I have them.
Man,
I have the whole trilogy on
2004.
Xbox. Original. I'll prove it to you.
Oh my god. Stop being a Mac, okay? Stop going in your box and taking shit. He's lucky
Alright.
my shit's packed up now. I packed my PlayStation 2 shit up.
Any other comments about Spider-Man?
No, what about Bloodborne remastered for the 1,000th time we keep hearing about it?
Get out.
Yeah, that's pretty.
We're not.
Yeah, I don't.
No fucking.
yeah.
All right, here
It's-
we'll just get a yay or no real quick because we're kind of like overdoing this topic a little bit. So I heard no. There you go with us.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick. What about Bungie's Mystery Marathon Project or maybe Destiny 3? Yes
No.
or no?
No.
No.
Destiny 2 is still
DLC
killing
for
it, right?
No.
I think they might tease Destiny 3, but I'm gonna go simply no this time. I think that they might not do it till maybe the next showcase.
Probably more DLC for the game.
And then really just the last thing we got Astro. What is that? Astro. Let me see. Astro Play. Maybe another
Yeah.
Astro game. I think we could go with that. That's the basic one. That's a PS5 game they gave you for free. Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
Wow.
50-50.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 one. I think.
No.
but
I hate that. No 50-50. What you gotta lean one way. You gotta
I'm gonna go yes.
agree.
throw,
I'm gonna go
I
yes.
agree.
throw your hat in the
All right,
ring.
fine,
All or
yes.
nothing, baby.
Yes.
Fuck it.
Everything is pointing to this. Fire Sprite, one of Sony Studios, they are working on a vehicular combat multiplayer game. There's only one franchise that we all
Twisted
know
Metal.
has vehicular combat
There's two.
from Sony. We have the Twisted Metal TV show coming out. But come on,
In July.
the
yeah.
only way that can make all of this better for Twisted Metal fans is just announce the new game.
What
Yeah.
was
Come on.
that other
So I'm
game
leaning towards
called?
yes.
Destruction
Was it-
All Star.
No, Speedrunner or something like that, where the aim was to run people over.
Motorstorm.
No, not Motorstorm. That was a
Oh,
racing game.
Carmageddon.
Carmageddon. There was a film, an 80s horror film based upon it, and yeah.
Here's the next topic. Next one. A PlayStation 5 Pro or possibly the PlayStation 5 system handheld. Are we gonna
No.
see it? You say no.
Slim.
No.
I'm saying no. I think this is going to be completely software based.
I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
the slim. I think they're gonna show the slim off. I think they're gonna. If they do, it'd be right. It's something so similar. They're gonna
And
show
you know-
something.
You know what the Slim will be? It'll be a smaller version of the old digital.
Yeah, probably. I think that.
I'd
Yeah,
be
it'll,
okay
be
with
a,
that.
it'll be a diskless, small version, pretty much. What
Yeah,
it
if they
is,
do
so-
that, yeah. If they do
did
that,
say
yeah.
that
And then-
there was talks of them releasing a separate USB CD-ROM draw for the
Yeah,
console.
yeah, they said that for that, but even beforehand, all this got announced. So, yeah, so we got that. I mean, there's really nothing else. We pretty much went over everything, you guys. I think it was pretty nice. Time to end the show. Have a good night. See you, everybody. Sorry.
PSVR 2.
No, oh yeah. Oh, here. That's what we're gonna do. Are we gonna see any shitty PlayStation PSVR?
What do
games?
you mean?
Hard
No, come
pass.
on. Listen, I don't have.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
12 minutes. I'm giving it 12 minutes and less. Is what I'm giving.
I'm giving it 5.
Oh
You
my
can give it.
God.
Yeah.
I'm hoping 5 seconds. They just show this shit is trash and carry on from it. But
What
Agreed.
the hell is happening?
DeMarco, do you not see
Yeah.
this frame of this body? I don't stand up and play video games. You know this.
And me neither. Yeah. It ain't
I'm
happening.
getting that old now. I get motion sickness walking down the road some days.
It's not that I don't like
Exactly.
VR. It's not that I don't like VR. I'm not gonna throw I'm throwing shade jokingly.
I just
I don't
don't
think VR
VR
It's,
there
it's
yet.
too expensive. It's too expensive. First of all,
Yes.
I'm not paying more than I'm paying for my PlayStation 5. I don't play my PlayStation 5 enough to even care to overpay for a VR.
Right.
So I think that's the biggest problem with the VR. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think they're just overcharging for it. But I get they have to overcharge for it to get to where they want to be. So there will be games, but
I think
I don't
as
know
someone
what
who plays
games.
VR a lot, I think the issue with VR right now is that it is too expensive. Therefore, here's what I'll say. It's not that it's too expensive. Is that there is no entry level for accessibility. Like, there is no way to try out VR unless you're spending hundreds of dollars. And I think that sucks because VR is fucking amazing. I can sit here and tell each and every one of you how VR works. If you've never played it, you will sit there and go, yeah, I hear you. I get it. It's you just in the game. No, you don't.
fun.
You don't get it.
It's fun.
Unless you are doing
fun.
it, you do not get it. You will never get it. And I think that's the issue with
Two
VR.
VR
It's
games
very
are
hard to
really
sell
Thank you,
because
Red.
if you're on a pancake and you're playing it on a screen, you're like, yeah, I'm playing it. I get it. Yes, you do get it.
Being an engineer and everything, what I believe that holds VR back is the fact it's still tethered. Once it becomes completely wireless,
Yes.
once it's completely wireless and
That's
it's just
another one,
a headset, then it will
That's a good
populate
idea.
because
I
it'll
agree.
be easier.
1000%. Yeah.
I played some shooting
And the
game a
cost
long
of
time
entry.
ago, like 2-3 years ago. I played it on at my brother's house, and I had so much fun. But I'll tell you right now, it's a workout. It's literally a workout. This is before I gained all my weight back, and I'm like, damn, I took a little breather afterwards. Like, damn, this is a workout, man. This is
Yeah,
but it
the
was
first
fun.
game
I had
that
a
I
good time.
played, actually, the reason that I bought my PSVR 1, which is on sale, by the way, for anyone who wants to buy it, it was for Resident Evil 7 VR. I never played that game. I still haven't played that game on a console. I've only ever played it in VR. Played the entire thing all the way through. It was incredible. Although they didn't have the joy. I wasn't playing with the motion controllers. I was playing with a controller, which was like, but the entry level again. Also, Super Hot. Talk about being sore Mac. Holy shit! I played Super Hot in VR. Oh my god, that game destroyed my glutes, bro.
It does look cool. It does look cool.
And Super Hot's fun too, by the way. It was fun on the console, so.
If Dying Light 2 came out in VR, then maybe that would be batshit crazy.
I'd want to see The Last of Us on VR. I would love that. Although I don't think it would happen because you already have Saints and Sinners, which Walking
Yes.
Saints and
That's what I was gonna
Sinners
say.
is
It's
the
the best.
best.
It's the best VR
Can you
game
imagine
ever
being
made.
in VR and
What
you
game?
come
Fist
across them clickers for the first time in
You
VR?
lose your mind. It'd be incredible.
Like, that sound, yeah.
It like Walking
Let's
Dead
not just
Saints and
kiss each
Sinners
other.
is the best VR. It is exactly how VR games should be. That and since Wolf, you're into VR, there's a game called Blast On. You should try Blast On. It's like dodgeball, but you have basically laser tag guns that do all different things. It's amazing. It's a 1v1 like shooting game.
And
But
Dying Light 2. I think that
I'm sorry,
would
but I
suit
thought we
VR.
were talking about real video games and not.
Holy shit! All right, look. So let's move on to the next topic. That was a great hour and a half long, 40 minutes long discussion about PlayStation Showcase, and I want to say thank you to everyone. Mac, yes.
Real quick, everybody just give a basic A to F or whatever. What do you guys think it's going to grade at on the showcase? What do you? It's a 60-minute show. What is it? 65 minutes or something? What do y'all think it's going to be? I just want to get a little basic where everybody feels like it's going to be. Do you guys feel like it's going to be an A thing? DeMarco, go. Roll.
but I like games. I just like games, so I'm
Yes.
often the A. I'm the A person usually.
Yeah, I'm with DeMarco on that. I think it's going to be an A. It's PlayStation. They hit bangers. Manic, what about you?
I'm a half guy. I'm a half glass full, so B.
A B. A red.
B.
Assassin. It's an A from Assassin. Come on, we know that. Well, I guess not. He's dead. And he's dead.
Yeah. Wondered why it'd been really quiet, you know.
He had a heart attack. Assassin.
Oh
either.
no.
All right, whatever. We'll get it from later. Bushido, what about you?
B.
A B. Assassin.
B+.
We're just gonna put Assassin at an A+. He's the biggest pony here. So, all right, on to the next topic. Sorry.
If it
Ryan.
had said
hang on a
A,
second.
I'd have been at
Assassin?
A minus.
Assassin, say something again.
His mic is lighting up, and his mic is echoing, so that means he's put his headset down.
Okay, so
Because
I think he might just be stepped away for a minute. Okay, so we're moving on to the next topic. I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who is actually still here. And since you're still here, lucky you. Guess what? I'm going to give away a code. Okay? And I'm gonna start a poll about the 2 codes that I'm gonna give away. It's either going to be, boom, I'll just ask right here, XCOM 2 Deluxe Edition or Metal Gear Solid 5. So you choose whichever poll wins. I'm throwing up the code. I'm gonna throw up the code, and yeah. So I'll give it like 10, 15 minutes.
I could have got this code from you from XCOM.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Yeah.
I
So there we
just
go.
bought XCOM last weekend.
Did you really? I bought that about a month ago.
Yeah, maybe it was a month ago. It was it was like $3 a month. I don't know. It was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was on sale for like $5 for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I bought that, and then last weekend I bought that, Binary Domain. So I just want to put that out.
Have you played it yet?
No, I haven't been home. So,
Jesus.
Bro, I want to know
will
when
be.
you play it. I want you to test out the voice commands like I told you. Test and see if that shit still works. That was so cool back in the day.
With my headset.
It works with your headset. Yeah, you can just like.
Okay.
I want to know if it still works because I might buy it. I want to see how it works now with
Can you
like
guys
quality
still hear me?
headsets.
Yes,
Yeah, there
There
you
we
are.
go.
Yeah,
What do you rate-
what would you
what do you
rate
plan-
the showcase? A to S or S to
What's the
F?
question?
It's A to F. What would you rate the showcase? What do you think it's going to be? Do you think it's going to be an A? I pretty much said you're going to be an A. Or do you think it's going to be a B? Do you think it's going to be an okay show? C,
S
a
to
mid
F,
show?
meaning because Japanese style.
Don't listen to
games.
Red. He doesn't know his alphabets, and he doesn't know how grading works.
A minus.
C, D.
A minus. I gave you an A plus. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, that's.
No,
I mean,
but
me,
see,
you,
the
and
thing
Dom-
is, people are expecting Sony's showcase to be a 13, 14 out of 10. That when it's a 10 out of 10, they're going to be disappointed.
Well, it is Sony, so they always get like a +1 or 2. So just remember that.
Math ain't right, so
Okay, so
Well,
10
you
out
get
of
14
10.
out of 10.
When people are expecting
Doesn't
a
matter
13 out
whether
of
it's
10.
good or bad. The Sony ponies will lap it up.
They'll ride that pony filled all the way. All right, let's go. Everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of Japanese RPGs, it seems like Persona has leaked. Major Persona leaks. Now it has been rumored for a while. I mean, Atlas has pretty much now been snugged like a bug on a drug, as Special Nick would say. They've been snugged with Xbox now ever since the Persona 5 coming to Xbox, which totally changed my life. I'm being hyperbolic, but you know what I mean. I think this is really good news. What is the news, you ask? Let me tell you. Stop talking. The original rumor was that Persona 3 was getting remade and coming to Xbox. And now, because Persona 4 Golden, which is essentially the Persona 5 Royal, is coming. And Yodani, Red Wolf has Persona. Okay. Did I say that? Did I say it like that? Persona?
You said it right. You said it right.
Okay. He said Persona. Persona, yeah. So, I don't. I'm sure no one here but me has played Persona as much as I've played Persona. I haven't even beat it, and I just hit 70 hours last night, actually. I'm not even halfway through. But it's so incredible. So this news comes from where exactly? Everywhere?
The
You
internet.
trying to ask me?
Yeah, I guess I am trying to ask you.
Well, I mean, I'm the one that introduced the topic in the first place.
You did! Look at you!
Okay. So much as Bushido hates leaks, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to leak some more rumors here, Bushido.
what you got?
So concerning the Persona franchise from Atlas, there will be another Persona 5 spin-off that will launch in 2024. No indication of what platforms are going to be the game's going to hit. Persona 3 Remake, like Red just mentioned, is apparently going to be shown off at the Xbox Showcase, once again to show off Atlas's newfound bond with Microsoft. And unfortunately, they're going to have to break that bond, because apparently Persona 6 is coming in late 2024 as a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah, I'm not a Persona
Red-
fan.
Key
I'll
Red's
tweet that all you
5
want.
seconds.
The end.
5, 4,
Red, I think you're the only one
2,
that's really excited for this shit.
1.
I don't think so. I think that
I meant on our podcast.
Hold up, Red. To be fair, they say timed PlayStation 5 exclusive.
We heard that before.
Yeah, I
Yeah, but
figured
it's a
Atlas
spin-off,
had
so
stopped
who the
doing
fuck
that
cares?
now.
I've learned with Persona, and I get why they're making a Persona 5 spinoff. Persona 5, I've said it before, like I didn't get into Persona until 5. And if what they have been building towards was what they have come to, like the Arkham Knight of the series, that's what they've been building to, and that's what they've come to. I cannot imagine going back and playing 3 and 4. Persona 5 is just like one of the greats. It's like the greatest JRPG I think I've ever played. Like, it is. I'm not going to go on tangent. So for them to make a spin-off of 5, that does make sense. For it to be timed exclusive, it kind of makes sense too. It was on PlayStation first. But I don't know. This is really weird. This is probably Atlas getting a bag from Sony, and then Xbox saying, "You come on home, honey, whenever you want to." And she goes, "All right, just need to go out and party for a little bit. We're just take a break for a little bit." I think that's kind of what's happening. But a spinoff of 5. I don't want to spoil anything. And again, I'm 70 hours in, and I'm still susceptible to spoilers from that game. But it makes sense that there's a spinoff of 5. And by the way, Persona 6 is in development. Atlas has said as much. Persona 5 is a game. It is happening. It's like the Elder Scrolls right now.
Well, I would hope it's a game, considering it came out like 6-7 years ago, Red.
Yeah, Persona 5 came out in 2015, didn't it? Wasn't that late release date?
2017.
2017. Okay. Yeah, look at you go. Yeah. Yeah, so Persona 6, I cannot imagine. I just can't imagine anything better than Persona 5. Like, I'm so attached to these characters. Let me for anyone who hasn't played Persona, let me just give you a rundown. Let me explain it to you without trying to sell it to you. Imagine like finding a TV show that you didn't think that you were going to like, and then like 5 episodes in, you're like, I'm kind of starting to see why people are liking this. And then the show literally never ends. And you're like, this is the best show, and it's never going to end. That's literally how I feel about Persona. Bushido, which is why I don't play it that much, because I don't want my TV show to end. I
don't even like Persona, so I don't even see, where you're going with that.
Jake says, Persona 5 coming to Game Pass has turned me on. To how incredible that series is. I'll be so bummed if it's a PlayStation exclusive. Look at you, Jake. High five, bro. That's awesome. Or sister.
People that like Persona are like real nerds. Like,
I'm not a Personian, though. I'm not. It's just
you are a Personian. Yeah, you are. You sound like it.
How dare you? Thank you. I accept it.
They say it walks like a Personian and talks like a.
Probably
walks
is.
like a duck, quack like a duck.
Eats calamari, looks like calamari. It's probably a squid.
Uh-huh.
Anyone here play Persona?
I have. I can't get into it. It's just not for me.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, I felt like I was gonna have a seizure. So I stopped playing.
There you go. Perfect. There's your review from Manic.
Yep.
I love that.
Donnie also good to put one good little rating there too. People that like Persona put squids in their beeholes, and that's definitely true. So,
yo, Donnie.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to you, Donnie.
I don't. Persona to me is like a game that you either like it or you don't. There's no in between.
Yeah.
No.
You love it or you don't. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. I don't think it's bad. I'm not putting no freaking 90 hours into a game just to get a third way through. I don't know. I don't have the time or the soul to do that. So.
More power to the people that like it, and I'm not dumping on it. It's just not for me. I'm with you, Mac. It's just not for me.
Yeah. Hey, more power to whatever.
I can see Hargy playing that. I can see Hargy playing it though, but not.
Tim Dog likes Persona. Love it. That's what
I don't hate it.
10 bucks.
I don't hate it. I just don't. It's just not for me. It just doesn't fit what I like to play.
Yeah, what
Well,
Mac
see,
likes
that's
to
the thing,
play
though,
is just
like-
a game that goes for. And that's
Didn't you quit? Didn't you rage quit on Siege the other day? Okay, carry on.
Well, we all rage quit on the games that we love. I mean, look at everyone's. I'm sure everyone's had that.
Nah, I rage quit before in Sekiro, and I love that game.
Yeah.
Well, that's understandable. That's at least a hard game. So that's
Yeah.
an annoying game with that.
I think
Bro,
the
I've
only
been
game
playing
I've ever
Sifu, by the
rage
way.
quit on.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was about to say the only game that ever get me to rage quit was Call of Duty multiplayer.
Yeah.
Why did you get so quiet all of a sudden? You got
I don't
real
know.
quiet.
I don't know.
Jeez.
I
Sorry.
know. People are difficult with that one.
Did Manic just talk? I was like, it's like
A wild manic has appeared.
Sorry,
No,
man.
no, I'm kidding.
What?
Yeah,
Did I miss?
nothing.
Okay, sorry.
Hey,
I love Manic. Manic is still better than the other time you guys had him on. A lot better than the other time you guys had him on, but he's
first time?
still nowhere near what he is inside of Xbox parties.
Yeah, you
Nowhere
hear-
near.
He be cussing and everything in that damn party.
Yes.
He throws gang
Look.
signs up and everything that we can't see.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. You should hear
Yep.
what he says.
Yeah, man. You'd be surprised.
there we go.
You ever see that movie called?
Yep.
All right.
All right.
We'll never
Next
know.
topic. Next topic outside
Uh,
this shitty Persona topic. Okay, carry on.
All right.
Now.
By the way, so yeah, all I'll say about Persona is that I'm really excited about it. I need to finish the game first because obviously if it's going to be a spinoff, it's going to be a spoiler. They're going to like, here's a trailer, and then it shows the end of the game or whatever, which would be horrible. So we are coming up on 15 minutes. If you haven't voted for the code in the poll, vote for the code in the poll, and then I'll throw it up there very, very soon. So what was this? Final Fantasy 16? Okay, yeah, we talked about that. Or wait, no, we did. No, sorry, the Final Fantasy 16 previews. Did we talk about that?
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
We
can.
talked
Yeah, we
about
can.
the game. We
talked
talked about
ab-
the game being at the showcase, but we didn't talk about the previews that went
Okay,
live.
so these are
literally
the
yesterday.
initial impressions that have come out, right?
Yes.
Okay, take us through that. I'm actually curious. I'm really curious about this.
So, Final Fantasy 16, the hands-on preview went live all around the industry from outlets such as IGN, GameSpot, Kotaku, even some content creators like Maximilian Dude and a few others managed to get their hands on the game, and it's been glowingly positive. Lots of people saying it's Game of the Year contender. Some people saying that Final Fantasy 16 is probably the best Final Fantasy game since the PlayStation 2 era. Some specifically mentioned 10.
Best
This
Final
game is
Fantasy there
literally
is.
blowing people. This game is blowing people's minds. People were calling it's kind of like a Final Fantasy God of War. Like the thing that caught everybody off mostly was the story. Ironically, it wasn't the combats. It wasn't the level design. It wasn't the art style. It was the story that drove a lot of people to keep playing it, which is, I don't know. To the Final Fantasy members on the panel and in the chat, what was the last Final Fantasy game that you guys have either played or have heard from word of mouth? I've heard a lot of people say 12, but some people specifically mentioned that this is the best Final Fantasy game since the PS2 era, specifically Final Fantasy X.
So wait, what you're asking is, have you heard from other people, like what's their favorite Final Fantasy? Is what you're asking?
Basically, from what you've either played or from what
There's
you've
only-
heard from friends.
There's only
who played
like really 3 that I ever hear. I'm sure. I mean, this is coming from somebody that I don't know too many Final Fantasy fans, but normally that when anybody talks about Final Fantasy, the first thing they bring up are just between Final Fantasy 7 to 10, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's the only ones I ever hear about. I don't ever hear about 1 through 6. I never hear about 12 or 13 was like a disgrace compared to normal Final Fantasy games. So I I would actually say normally 7. 7 is the one that you hear the most about. So that's so that's PS1 days. My favorite is Final Fantasy X. So that's PS2 days, and that was like 2004, 3, or whatever it was. So I think it was 3. So yeah, it's weird. It's all right, Umbra, Yodani. I think they're gonna. I'm sure Hargy's gonna switch over to Dealer's podcast. See you guys later. Thanks for showing up and being here the whole time.
All right, guys.
Thanks again.
See you later, guys.
Yeah, it is RDX time. Yeah, so it's like it's a tough thing. So if they're saying this is the best game since the PS2 days, you're going Final Fantasy 12 and Final Fantasy 10. So most people did. Like I said, 10 is a lot of people's favorite game. That or 7 is the ones I hear the most of. So I mean, if you played any of them back in the day, you'd understand. So I'm hoping so. I just don't think this game is like those games though. So it's kind of hard to compare to me if you look at the way they're played. Those are Final Fantasy 7 is a time base with a timer in the game, within the fighting style. Final Fantasy 10 is a turn base. It goes.
Sorry.
Definitely no. Rephrase yourself. It was Final Fantasy 11. That just carried on. That just carried that 14 on.
No, I'm kidding. She knows I'm kidding. She loves. Sorry. Go ahead, Mac. Sorry.
No, you're good. I know you're just messing with her. I don't know. It's one of those things where not many. I don't know. You're going those days. That's it. You don't hear nothing else. You ain't gonna. But the game is different. You can't. The games are always different from point to point. You never get the same game. You're always getting something a little bit different. And I mean, yeah, the first 1 through 9 were like completely almost the same. Besides 8, I think 8 was the different one out of all of them. But 9 went back to that timer base. 10. So there's 10 and 10-2. 10 was like a turn base where you go. Just with the character to character, right? You're just whatever there was like a little description, a lineup in the thing. And then 10-2, which is the second part of that, went back to the old way of Final Fantasy 7, where there was a timer where you went into battle, you had to build your thing up. So it's like every game has been different.
Mac, I think the question is what story vibe with you the most?
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's they're all been different. It would be 7. 7's the one. That's why they remade 7. If you're gonna go down, it's like I said, 7.
Yeah.
So every game is different.
Yeah, for me, I've always said that 15 is a perfect mix between thematically and aesthetically. If you look at 15, it is a perfect mix between Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 8. And you have the modern vibe, the modern sort of aesthetic of 7, with everyone with cell phones and their black and their hair, and you know what I mean. It just looks like everyone sort of looks like they could be from Final Fantasy 7. And then they have like the royal sort of aspect of 8. And you know what 7 plus 8 is? Guess. It's 15. How about that?
Funny one.
16.
Oh, good guess, Bushido. And Mac, I'm proud of you for
that's. You guys know what that is? That's called city public schools for America.
Oh, good God. Yeah, but so 15 for me. I've said that it is my favorite Final Fantasy game, and it is for a lot of reasons. But honestly, that story was just amazing, and it hit me hard. I cried. It was. So many awesome moments. The DLC, by the way, too, that ties it, because there are moments throughout the game, if you haven't played it, where certain avenues, certain things happen, and you don't really know what happens until certain characters return, I guess, to you, and then the DLC sort of fills in those gaps and to know what certain characters go through. 15 is amazing. So 15 would be the one. For me personally, that story-wise, that hit me emotionally, and besides that, obviously, Final Fantasy VII Reunion. I'm calling it's Crisis Core, but that game is just
played a few of the Final Fantasy games, but 11.
Did you play Crisis Core?
Tried to, but could never get into it. I think the original was the best.
Final Fantasy 1 with Kefka and the Warrior of Light.
Well, like I said, I've played a few of the Final Fantasy games, but the one that I have more fond memories of are 11, and that's just meeting up with my mates jumping in online and just doing what needs to be done.
Nice.
Xbox
Assassin,
360 days.
Assassin, did you ever cry in any Final Fantasies?
No, but
Wait,
Final
hang
playing
on.
Final
What's
Fantasy
that?
VII
What game has
Remake.
made you cry?
Spiderman, God of War, Ghost of Tsushima, Halo Infinite.
Wow.
Redfall.
Redfall.
Skyrim, The Last of Us.
Jeez.
Hey, Ash,
One and
okay,
two?
so I'm gonna ask, why are these games making you cry?
Because he has feelings, Mac. You ever fucking heard of him?
I don't.
Well, how bad they are.
but-
How bad
what,
they
what
are.
did- what was the reason for? I want to see. I'm going with Halo because I'm the big Halo guy. What'd you cry? Like the shitty ass gameplay it was, or what was it? I mean, because it was like.
Another failure.
Maybe the story, Mac.
I mean, yeah, but the story wasn't like cryable. Like, it ain't, like,
Mac, have
That's
you ever
not
cried in a
Alright.
story
Good.
besides Legend of Dragoon?
Just dumping on Halo, man. That was a good game. I don't know what you act. I
But
don't
it
know why you
wasn't-
acting like
It
that.
wasn't cry worthy. I mean, Assassin. I mean,
It
But you
wasn't-
said it was
wasn't
crappy
crying.
gameplay.
You guys asked me what games I cried for. You didn't ask me why I was crying for each one.
Yeah.
I have different
so,
reasons for crying for each one. Halo Infinite
Oh,
specifically,
okay.
I cried at the end because I feel like this is the next generation of Halo, and I'm glad to be a part of it. You know, in terms of the story and campaign,
Listen, the
that's
only-
what I cried
I
about.
want to just say the only story that I've ever cried on is the fucking when Dom, his wife, was killed by the locust. Okay, carry on. All right, sorry.
Ah, yes.
And then
Gears of
Dom-
War
Then
2,
Dom
right?
sacrificed himself like a terrorist, and then that was it. So that's all.
All right.
Anyway, back to the
I mean, I'm not
Final
saying-
Fantasy 16 impressions. I just wanted to give you guys on the panel just bits of what some people from throughout the industry are saying. We got from Polygon, Final Fantasy 16 is a slick modern epic with the soul of a PlayStation 2 game. VGC, Final Fantasy 16 already feels like it could be the best game in the series.
have they played it?
They played 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
And finally, one said, Final Fantasy 16 is so incredible it would be criminal to even change one thing. So
Oh, yeah,
a
I've
lot
seen
of
that.
glowing reviews
Yeah,
for
I've seen that.
a lot of
Yeah.
glowing impressions for Final Fantasy 16. I'm hyped for I'm hyped for this game, just like you, Mac. I mean, Final Fantasy 7 Remake got me into the franchise, and that's one game I do recommend to DeMarco. How he
Those
said
guys sound like
16
that
is,
first should be really hurting.
yeah, how he said that 16 is the one game from Final Fantasy that he's like, oh, I'm in. I would recommend 7 Remake once you're done with 16, DeMarco, if you're even gonna play either one. You know,
If I
before
have
Starfield
time.
comes out. If you
Hey,
have time, I
DeMarco,
recommend them.
Starfield is obviously the one that's gonna take all of it, and Baldur's Gate 3. Those are the two, to be honest.
Okay, real
Yeah.
quick, DeMarco. I know I said this last time. Please, download Shadowrun Returns. Please, as a
The hell is
D&D
Shadowrun?
lover, I'm telling you, you will love this game.
I looked at Shadowrun Returns. I didn't download it, but I looked at it. I eyeballed it really closely.
Listen, it does that thing where like it'll show a character's like portrait, like old school, and then it'll be like she turns to you, looking sad, looks down at a cloth. It does that whole thing, and you're like, yes, like you're as like a D&D fan myself. I don't get to play it anymore because no one is a nerd like me, but I love that so much, and it does that, and it gives you like these skill checks with dialogue. Listen, I don't want to get into it. Play the game, please trust me. Okay. I like how I always say that, and then I do. Yeah, so we're talking about games that make us cry. Yeah, so this, I feel like, is this the most hyperbolic thing we've ever heard? Or, I swear to God, like, this has happened before, where people are like, oh, it literally made me give birth in the middle of the night. Oh my God, my pizza was frozen, and now it's not just, it's Pizza Hut all of a sudden. It's like, what the fuck? This game changed everything that I've ever loved. My wife left me, and now she's actually The Rock Johnson. And I don't know. This has
Games
happened
have never
before.
made me cry. The price of games have made me cry, but games themselves, no.
Good. Well, look, I'm glad that people are liking it. I'm hoping that they weren't paid, which they probably were paid to review it because that's their job as a reviewer.
Like Redfall.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, with the mock reviews. At first glance, I remember Final Fantasy 16 to me was like, this is my Final Fantasy. This game was made for me. Because, each Final Fantasy, they're not linear. You can play them however you want, just like Persona, for example. But you can see where each person has their own Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy 16, I remember tons of people saying that Final Fantasy 16 is like the Game of Thrones of Final Fantasy. It's so gritty and raw, and I'm like, yeah, I'm with that. I'm so with that. And then the combat director for Devil May Cry came on, and I'm like, dude, this is gonna be the best thing ever. So I can see that the hype is really there. Well, speaking of hype, Laura Field says hype is a crazy thing, but it has a ton to top after Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers. Lex, you baited me into reading that out loud. God, I didn't know what the hell I was getting into. But I'm here for Red Wolf's rambling. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate you. I love you. Yeah. So I don't really think. I'm excited for the people that are excited. I can't play the game. I'm just gonna stop saying that. I'm kidding at this point. Not really, but I can't play it for real. Who are these people that are playing the game that have gotten these impressions? I don't know. This has happened before, is all I'm saying. Anyone who has a PlayStation 5 who is a Final Fantasy fan is going to play it, love it, give 100% 99 Metacritic review scores. I don't know. If it's as good as it looks, then I believe it. But I don't know. These are just opinions.
It's
so
definitely got the old school Final Fantasy look to it. I'll give it that. I'm just watching a quick clip now. It's a 4-hour preview.
The poll is ended.
The game that DeMarco even mentioned. Sorry, Red, you go.
No, it's okay. I'm just saying the poll has ended for the game code. It is from Metal Gear Solid 5, and I'm just giving you guys a fair warning. I am putting the code into the chat. Okay, so everyone get your typing fingers ready.
I already own the code, or own the game. Sorry, so
good.
Won't be
there it is. By the way, don't type in MGS or V. Why did it come in like that? Jesus Christ. Everything after MGS space V, that's the code. There you go. For Xbox, you're welcome. Let us know if you get it. And if it doesn't work, then, well, somebody else got it for you. But, hey, thank you, Mac. Jesus. Assassin, take us away with our dirty little thoughts.
Well, Mac told me he wants to suck on somebody's toes.
Good.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what are you trying to get me to say or do? What do you mean?
Definitely not that, because that definitely never came out of my mouth.
That was obviously a private conversation used to had.
Lex, I'm not mad at you whatsoever, by the way. I was just kidding.
Red, are you trying to get me to read the description? Fuck. No, I forgot to do.
What about that Star Wars Ubisoft game? What about that Star Wars Ubisoft game?
So let's talk about let's jump over to DeMarco. You had some let's see. Ooh.
Too many topics.
God, there's so many topics. There's so many topics. Yeah, all right. DeMarco, I'm gonna hand this off to you.
Suggestions. We don't need to do any of them. I don't care.
All right. Hogwarts, Gollum, Mortal Kombat, or Overwatch. Take one.
Well, I think that two of them are the same, so probably I will let you be the final decision, either Overwatch or
2,
Mortal
PVE
Kombat.
Cancelled, bullshit. This, I'm not even a big Overwatch fan, but this is, I don't know why I'm surprised anymore with this kind of stuff where EA is just, they say that they're going to do something and then they just don't do it.
You mean Blizzard?
They're still under EA. It's the whole thing. But Blizzard, Well, Blizzard especially, because with the whole Diablo Immortal thing, right? Holy shit. Dude, this is... Why you look so confused?
You said EA, bro. I'm still confused.
You said EA, Red.
You're saying
did I say EA?
It's
Yeah.
Blizzard. It's
Yes, you
Blizzard.
did.
Bro.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm
sorry.
like,
I'm still like an ABK. My brain is
bro,
like,
when
it's
you
not the
said
same
EA,
thing.
And then you told me I was wrong, and I'm like, hold on.
Yeah, I
We
apologize.
didn't even talk
I
about
apologize.
ABK.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
no,
like,
I know, I'm
not
saying-
wrong.
All right. Anyway,
saying-
Activision decided to
Activision-
cancel
Thank you.
Overwatch 2's PVE, and they promised, like, hey, don't worry, we're still doing some PVE stuff, but it's not nearly in the same capacity. Like, there was supposed to be this whole leveling up your heroes part. That's gone. Screw that stuff. There's supposed to be this big story focus that's kind of being retained, but not really in the same way. So basically, Overwatch 2's had a horrible journey from the fact that it went being a paid game to then going free to play, and then people were trying to find out, why is this Overwatch 2, and it's like, okay, but the PvE's coming, but it's not coming anytime soon, and now the one thing that could have made Overwatch 2 is now gone. That was the single real deciding factor between the two, and Blizzard has come out with statements saying, hey, we're sorry, like, this is what's going on, we have to make the decision. And when they make those statements, I believe them. Like, the creative director of the game said, listen, I need to make this hard decision. Is it worth our time to keep doing this? Yes or no? And I have to make that decision. It's not a hard decision, and I had to say no. And I fully believe him when he says that, and I feel sympathy towards, like, for the position he's in, because that sucks. Nobody wants to be there. Nobody wants to have to be like, all right, this is a thing everyone's looking forward to. We're not doing it. And so now what you ended up with was Overwatch 1.25, and it's just a worse monetization system. Basically the same multiplayer. It's not all there. And so it really sucks to all those developers who have put years to trying to get this to work, and they couldn't see the vision come together. It just sucks that now what the end result is, it hurts the fans.
Is there something to be said,
Hold
though,
on.
about whenever they could have very easily, if they said that this thing was going to come out and that they promised it, that they could have put it out and then say it was a failure, we shouldn't have done this. Because a promise is a promise. And I do get that there is an aspect to, the business is something that we are seeing more and more these days with games being made. The business is much more important because games are becoming more and more expensive to make. So those tough decisions become more important. And I totally understand that perspective. I would have much rather seen them put out the PvE and then cancel it rather than just say, never mind, it's not going to work. How the fuck do you know it wasn't going to work? That's the only thing. And by the way, for anyone who is curious, I'm not an Overwatch person. I tried to play it years ago. I just don't have friends to play with. It's just not my thing. I mean, it could be. It's a really fun game. It is a very technically very sound game. But I don't know. Do you understand where I'm coming from, DeMarco?
Yeah, listen, I think I'd even take it a step further. They shouldn't have released Overwatch 2 unless they knew that the single player was going to come with it.
Okay.
Because I would even go a step further, and I think there's things that came up that they knew about this months before the game actually launched, that they knew it wasn't going to come out, and they waited. And then even the way that they announced the actual ending of the Overwatch PvE, instead of coming out and saying, hey, here's some, what we're doing next, and they actually show some video footage of it, they didn't even do that. So they just said, oh, but we are working on still some PvE stuff, but we don't have any of it to show right now. But that's also coming later. So it goes, okay, but you couldn't live up to this expectation. So how do we know you're going to live up to that expectation? So I would have taken it even a step further than saying, they should have known that it was going to work. They should have decided that before they made Overwatch 2.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Manic, are you... have you ever played Overwatch? Are you into that shit?
Played the first one a couple of times, but it's just another shooter.
Would you have been interested if
big.
there was a PvE mode?
No, I'm not a big PvP person. PvE, yeah.
PvE is what I meant. Yeah, it was going to have a full-on campaign, over 100 story missions. Yeah, full co-op experience.
Yeah,
Would you
that'd
have
been
jumped in?
Fun to see. It'd have been fun to see because the small animations that they do in line with the series. Yeah, it probably would be fun to see, but
Yeah, well, damn it. You were the one. Bushido, who is hotter, May or Bonkers Snatch, or whatever his name is? I just made that name up. I don't know. I don't know any of the characters.
Yeah, you got me. Isn't May the chunky Asian chick?
May's the
Yeah,
ice one.
man. Yeah, she's all bundled up in fur and
Yeah,
shit.
she's okay. She's not my favorite. The Black Widow is my favorite one, and the Angel one is pretty.
Mercy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was interested in Overwatch when I thought that they had a PVE with a campaign, you know, and because the story for each character was pretty cool. So I thought it was going to be more, in that vein and have it. So I kind of thought that that's kind of a rip because I would have played it then, and so I thought they were going to have it in 2, and they didn't. So yeah, I haven't played Overwatch just because of that, unfortunately.
Yeah, same. It's very similar thing. I played Overwatch 1, and I played a lot of Overwatch 1. I'm genuinely a pretty big Overwatch fan, or average Overwatch fan, I would say. And Overwatch 2, I picked up for a little bit, and it kind of was. It was exactly the same. So it's like, all right, fine. The thing was the monetization was worse, so that already drew me out of it. And then the one thing that would have brought me back to Overwatch was that, and now that it's gone, I'm just never going back. I don't care anymore. It's over. It's not even a chance of me looking at it and going, oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe I'll download it. Nope. I'll look at it, go, oh, that's kind of cool, and move on to playing Baldur's Gate 3.
All right. Yeah. Assassin, are you? Did you ever get into this? I know you're a big first-person shooter team-based guy, and so is Mac also. So, are you, Assassin? Were you sad? Were you saddened by this? Were you angry?
So let me get this straight. Blizzard decides to announce something and then continually disappoints their fans, takes away promises that they said that they would keep, and disappoint everybody, correct?
It's never happened before from them, ever.
Just answer the question, yes or no.
Yeah, the answer is yes. Again.
Okay, that's enough for me. Moving on.
There you go.
Okay,
Mac.
no. Okay, no. Okay,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I was just kidding. For some of it, Red. I do believe everything I said because Blizzard has been on a downward spiral, with the exception of Diablo 4. And to DeMarco's point, how he said it must have been a tough decision, I kind of have to counter that a tiny bit. He probably didn't ask himself, is it worth it for us to keep doing this? He probably asked himself, are we going to get money from doing this? We're not. Fuck it. We already have the old players and new players, and we're going to scam them out of their money anyway. Let's just cancel it. They won't care. We're just going to say sorry, and they'll eat it up. Because our fans are idiots. That's
Very pessimistic way to look at it.
Yeah.
It's Blizzard,
that is a very
I love-
grumpy way to.
I love your darkness.
Wow.
I mean, for
Yes.
God's sakes, seeing, like, when I see studios around the industry and I think, they must be nice people. They make great games. And my first impression of Blizzard was literally Warcraft 3 and the controversy around that game. That was the first impression I got of Blizzard, and my literal thought was, they're gonna die if they keep doing this stupid shit. And I see that has not changed. The only reason that they're probably even still gonna be alive in 5 years is because if Microsoft completes the deal. If not,
Blizzard?
I can see. Yeah.
Are you
I
not
can see
paying
Activision
attention to
literally-
Diablo 4?
I mean,
The saving grace.
a lot of people thought that Diablo 3 would be a great game, and according to what I saw, it was a great game. It just wasn't what people thought. I can see the same thing with Diablo 4. I'm gonna be honest.
Well,
In my eyes, Blizzard right now, until I play Diablo 4 and I get into it, and hopefully I do get into it, they're kind of like the anti-Bethesda. where instead of wins, they keep losing.
I would say, as someone who is not really into Diablo, only because, by the way, I beat Diablo 3 by myself, but I think Diablo 4 is a great game for what it is. I would agree with you if the demo hasn't literally made the internet break a time or two, twice.
Well, see, Red, here's what I mean by being anti-Bethesda. Bethesda has had many wins over the years, and one loss, which is Fallout 76, which even now they're fixing. Blizzard, on the other hand, Diablo 4 is the one shining lights in a web of darkness from what's going on inside the studio, from games like Warcraft 3 being a terrible game at launch to scummy decision-making games like Diablo Immortal. They're literally yin and yang. Like, it seems like someone at Blizzard decided, hey, why don't we make Diablo a real-life game and we'll be the characters in it.
It's a really interesting
That's literally
take.
the impression I get from Blizzard. Yes.
Okay.
Right now, my impression of Blizzard is pretty much they're not at the bottom of the list. They're still above Square Enix, in my opinion, but they're pretty low. And Diablo 4 has got to be one hell of a game for me to get them out of that spot.
That's
All
a
right,
really
I'm done.
interesting take. Mac, what do you think
really
about?
good. That's still a really talented studio. The problem is people over top and the stuff that goes on inside the office. But they're still very talented, though. I think if you take away that interference,
besides Diablo 4, can you name one high quality game from Blizzard since Diablo 3? Aside from Overwatch?
I was gonna say Overwatch, but no. Outside of that, no.
Yeah, it seems like they get a lot of their funding from probably WoW, right? Seems like that game is sort of
Well,
lasting.
for Blizzard, yes. WoW
And
is
Candy Crush.
literally Blizzard's Call of Duty.
Candy Crush,
Oh,
yeah,
well-
that's a big one.
Is Candy Crush under Blizzard or are they under King?
Activision Blizzard King. It's all
Yeah,
it's all one.
It's all the same. Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about in each division, not just overall.
So you're specifically talking about Blizzard, period. Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I think what you're looking at is kind of Bushido. You address. You hit my thoughts on it perfectly. Where it's you have a studio of talented people, but they're kind of being shoehorned into unfavorable positions with some of the things, and you know, something like Overwatch 2, I think serves as a perfect example of that, where there, you know, obviously when you have a project fail like that with PVE for Overwatch 2, it's comes from the top down often. And they even said as much. They said the vision wasn't truly there. We have all these disparate elements and we didn't know what we're doing. We tried to follow this strategy that didn't make any sense. There was an official statement coming from the director, whereas like we were trying to do this crawl, walk, run thing that we did when we first made the original Overwatch, and it worked for Overwatch, and we are trying to do the same thing. So it's top down, and you have a lot of talented people that are working really hard. It just sucks that they can't produce the stuff that they know they can, because you look at, and I don't have any off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's a situation like with the Immortals of Avum game director, where he left Call of Duty and now he's making this project that I think looks really, really damn cool. And I'm sure there's people at Blizzard that could do the exact same. In fact, I'm pretty sure people at Blizzard are part of that team. So you got lots of talented people, of course. But
I've been seeing a lot of talent leave Blizzard in the past few months. Like Red and Mac, they know this. When I mentioned this a few months ago, how there were a bunch of new studios popping up, and I said we should pay attention to them. I guarantee you, out of the 5 or 6 studios that I told them to keep an eye on, 4 or 5 of them have former Blizzard veterans, either in high positions or the CEO and founder was literally a Blizzard veteran. Yeah. So it seems like a lot of the talent that they have are leaving.
Yeah, well, I mean,
if I'm being frank here. I mean, I'm not saying they don't have anybody. It just seems like if you if you
Because
lose a moving
they
car, I
happen
can't believe I'm using-
inside. So I agree with you with that.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm about to use a car as a fucking reference, but here I go. If you have a car and you try to change the tire and the tire does not match the car that it's supposed to fit, that car is going to crash. Did I get that right, Mac?
If it's the wrong size, the tire will continue to shake. It'll shake the vehicle.
Yeah, it won't crash.
And so yeah, you'll
Well,
never
it
get a
could
smooth
crash
ride.
vehicles.
It'll be considerably uncomfortable. Like it'll feel like it's going to crash because it's going to be a hard wobble. I've had that happen before.
I just want to say, Manic,
Right.
don't fall asleep, okay? I mean, you just make sure you're
I'm
okay.
just telling you now. I was just about to say I'm gonna have to go soon. It's getting late.
Manic.
It's
Manic,
early.
listen,
half
buddy.
one in
Thank
the
you for
morning.
being here. Tell
thank
people
you.
where
Yeah,
they can
Manic.
find you.
Back
Your health is wealth, as I always say. Sleep is the keeper. We don't know why we sleep, by the way, as humans or
Xbox.
anyone.
You know,
Yeah.
Manic Master 6. Yeah, and J at J Manic on Twitter. Yeah, it's always fun coming on here, chatting with you guys, as it is when we're on Xbox and we are not able to.
I know, I
Go
don't
the
get to talk
fuck
to Manic as much. I used to talk to Manic every day, but now that I'm working, it's like a little different. I only get to talk to him on like Saturday or early Sunday mornings. That's it.
Yeah, thanks so much for coming on, man. I know it's like, what is it, like 3 o'clock in the morning or something for you right now?
Oh no, it's just coming up 1:30 a.m.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's right, 8:30. Yeah. So 5
They're
hours.
5
yeah.
hours. Yeah, 5 hours.
Yeah. Thanks so much for being here, buddy, and we'll talk to you soon.
Pleasure, and it's always fun. Good night.
Later, Manic. Have a good night.
All right, see you, buddy.
All right, now that since Assassin's finally done rambling about his Activision problem.
Yeah, Manic, give me your thoughts on what you think about Blizzard and
Manic.
Manic.
Yeah, he's long fucking gone.
Did I say Manic?
Mac.
What is wrong with me? What did I say earlier? I said
What?
I
Hey,
said
man.
EA.
What?
I like
What is your
competency.
problem, bro?
All right. Anyway, since he was gonna bring me in here with, I liked Overwatch 2, but the biggest problem was they fixed a lot of the problems I didn't like in 1. Frame rate issues they fixed. I mean, DeMarco, you've played it. You understand. They did upgrades. They fixed the game. They fixed a lot of stuff. The biggest problem I had was, I know it's gonna sound crazy. This is gonna be absolutely crazy, but it's missing the loot boxes. I'm not paying $25 for a skin. I'm not doing it. They didn't have nothing there to buy skins. They just literally made it free to play and then made it just like every other fucking live service game there is. Pay for skins, but I'm not doing that. And are you okay, Bushido? You dying?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I was just making sure. Yeah, it sounded like you tripped or something like that.
No. That's probably Wolf because he walked off the. Yeah.
Anyway, hey, literally your mic popped up. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I just whatever. You know what it is. The PVE. I mean, I wasn't looking forward to it, but I mean, it sucks for people that really looked forward to it. That were like, oh, I'm gonna try this Overwatch 2 game. They're talking about a campaign in a few months. Somebody that put some time and effort into it. It's gonna suck. I mean, it's not good look. And they also they got rid of like levelings too. There's no level system. There's no 1 through 100 no more. It's just battle pass and that's it. There's nothing. I don't know what the hell they were thinking in this game. I don't know. I don't like Overwatch 2. I haven't played it since the end of season. It was literally 3 days before season 1 ended. I maxed it out and I have not touched it but one time since. I loaded it up because Prime Gaming gave me a free skin. I wanted to make sure I got it because my stuff was messed up. I got it and then I just turned it right back off. The game just doesn't interest me. There's nothing for it. Kind of similar to Halo. They need a progression system. They need to get rid of that bullcrap where everything's paid for. I'm sorry. Listen, I hate loot boxes. I really do. But give us some type of credit system where we can buy something, you know? Even if we have to play 1,000 games to buy one skin, it's at least something. They're not, I'm sorry, there's people that don't have money like that. There's people that live paycheck to paycheck and they can't afford stuff like that. And they're just trying to drown it down everybody's fucking throat. And for the PvE thing, like I said, on top of it, it's sad. It sucks. But if it wasn't going to work, then it wasn't going to work. You move on from it and you carry on and you figure it out. You know, that's just is what it is. You know, you move on to the next part of the game, I guess. You know, hopefully they bring progression back.
Yeah. Speaking of moving on to the next part of the thing, Assassin, it's your time to shine, baby. Each episode, we do a segment called Assassin reads the description. This is
God
promoting
damn it.
the algorithm, so that way YouTube can hear all the things that are all keywords into making us famous one day. So, Assassin, without further ado.
All right, just to remind everybody in chat, he's gonna try and make me laugh every single time I read the description. So the whole point is, I'm not gonna laugh. I'm just gonna read it, and I'm gonna win. You're not gonna win, Red. I'll win. So here we go.
Good.
Today we'll be talking about Spider-Man 2, the upcoming PlayStation Showcase, Wolverine, Ghost of Tsushima sequel, Mortal Kombat Reboot, Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake, Silent Hill 2 Remake, God of War Ragnarok Remake, Horizon Forbidden Remake, The Last of Us Collector's Remaster Reimagining Remake Edition, Remake 2, the Remake... God damn it, Red. Remake 2... Remake 2...
Dude, there's too many. There's like 12 remakes in a row.
Fuck! God damn it, Red! Remake 2, the remake. Remakers Mark of the Reboot. Reboot Robot HD Remaster. Red, how do you come up with this shit? Making of remake documentary and Bear Grylls survival of the remake.
That's what I'm excited about.
Which remakes are you excited for? Have you been remade? Have you been remade? If you could be remade into anything, what would you be? A dolphin, a kitty cat, a little amphibious lobster duck? What? Red, what were you smoking?
It's just my brain at work. Thank you so much for doing that. I love it. I look forward to it every
Shut
week
up.
now.
Fuck off.
Yes. A remake to the Remakening was the one that even when I was writing it, I was like, that's funny. Yeah. So
I get from the sound of it, it sounded like DeMarco and Mac didn't find it funny at all.
Oh,
no, they're like, this dude
I
is
was
a fucking
laughing.
lunatic.
we were laughing. We were just doing it silently. It's just
Yes, thank you for doing that. I always try to think of funny things. And thank you, Donnie, for putting in Manic's Twitter handle into the... Thank you, Udani, for, as these people drive up and down my road like fucking ignorant rednecks, for putting Manic's Twitter handle in the chat, so you can check out Manic, John Manic there. I appreciate it. Udani says, in the words of, nah, it's all right, stop, collaborate, and listen. It's back with my brand new invention. Okay, anyway, I can't do rap stuff. Bushido, you want to read that?
No, I don't.
oh, assume the black guy can rap. Okay, all right, racist.
Yeah,
No, he's got the voice.
yeah.
He's just got the voice for it. That's all I meant.
No, I think
Bushido,
I
are
think
you
Mac
black?
is onto something. No, yeah. Oh wow.
He said no.
Really?
You've seen his face. You've
Really?
seen his face, his skin tone.
Look at the
Really?
light. He was sort of like backlit. I didn't know if it was just
I
the
mean, he is
backlit.
light skinned,
What?
but he's still black. Okay.
What do you mean backlit?
The back, because there was light coming from behind him, you know. So I didn't know if that was like.
That
You know.
makes his black. That makes his.
I
black
just saw a
shine, by the way.
silhouette. I saw a black silhouette. I didn't know if that was actually
Oh.
him.
He said the okay.
You're making it worse, Red. I'm just gonna put it. out.
Yodani
Red,
just put
you
in
are.
3 black squares in the chat.
Red, by that fucking logic, that means Mac is black and DeMarco's a purple Smurf. By that
Yes.
fucking logic.
Perfect. Purple Smurf.
That's a new one.
Is it weird that we had spent so much time together? I can tell when each person is hungry. DeMarco is very hungry right now. I can tell by the look on his face.
No, I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry, actually. You're wrong on that one. Good try,
okay.
small fry.
You're over here like eating a sandwich. Like, I'm not hungry. I don't care about anything. Yeah.
So he
So
gag on his sandwich. What the hell?
because I don't know, whenever I get super hungry, I feel like I'm going to throw up. Because I have to eat. Because I'm a baby, I guess. I gotta like, eat every 3 hours. All right. You know what? We're running out of time. We're already at 40 minutes out of time already. But let's just go into something funny. and we can say some of these topics for next week. The Gollum game. The Gollum game got leaked, apparently. The Marco.
No, it did get leaked. Yes.
Yeah.
Not just
Leaked
normal.
into the trash.
Well, do we want to do this one or do we want to do the Sony acquisitions?
What do you guys think? Because
I think we should just end the show because they're both who gives a shit.
Yeah, I was surprised you guys got that many subjects. Wow.
I told you.
We have too
that's why
much-
I told you. No, they added.
It was
no,
the
Marco
one,
added 12
it was the
subjects on
1
top of
hour
the 4 weeks.
40
Just-
minutes
listen,
max
every week-
section is what it was.
Every
that got us.
week, I will just throw in suggestions. They don't need to be in the show. I don't care if they're
You
in the
guys
show.
showed them. One of your shows been as long as the Iron Lords. Man.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I don't know. Ham Radio podcast with Maddie when it was ended up like 3-hour shows every single time almost. It was insanity.
Yes. Oh, that takes me back, dude. Oh my god, that takes me back. Yeah. And he's like, I'm not gonna do podcasts anymore. Never mind, I'll do it with Colin Moriarty.
If
'cause
me
he's
and
paying me.
Assassin would stop rambling on like we have today, like Assassin on a 12-minute topic about Activision, and I was talking about Final Fantasy for no fucking reason, so we might have been done at 8 o'clock.
For the audience,
Yeah,
that was a
You
joke.
gonna take that? You gonna take that laying down? I know you're not gonna take that laying
I
down.
made fun of myself too on top of it. What the hell?
I mean, I can't really argue it, Bushido. I mean,
why
maybe
would he
if
argue
you
with
stop fighting
Bushido?
with Umber every 5 minutes, maybe y'all would be best friends.
I don't think he's listening. Actually, is what I think's going on.
Yeah, that's what it's starting to sound like.
I think he fell asleep.
Yeah.
You know what? It has been a long ass show. I never get to do this, but the show's over. Fuck this. Bye. No, I'm not. I would never do that. People are leaving already anyway. It's totally fine. You know what? We can save some of these topics for next week. So, it might just be us here. So, whoever. Actually, I think it's just us and Yodani is all that's left.
And Jonas. I think Jonas is here too.
He might be
And
lurking.
Jonas. Oh, Jonas. Hey.
I'm not
says, "I'm
hungry.
not hungry,"
Immediately starts
immediately-
talking about fries.
I love that. Yes, thanks for showing up, buddy. You
Damn,
are.
DeMarco,
I
Jonas
wanna throw-
called you
I want
out.
to throw something in there real quick. The whole time I
Jonas
shut
does that a lot.
I shut my camera off and I was like, I asked the wife like 5 minutes prior. I was like, hey, is there another piece of steak in there? She goes, yeah. She brought it into me. Assassin talk. I literally cut the steak in single pieces. Was waiting for Assassin to get done talking. I knew I was next. I turned my camera off. I ate the whole piece of steak. Turned my camera back on, and then I finally got to talk. I just want to put that out there. So I'm not hungry no more because I ate all my protein food.
Good.
But I just want to make sure you guys know that I had 2 pieces of steak on this podcast and a piece of corn, just because I was sitting here letting
Now-
y'all ramble on.
I'm hating on the
I'm
fact you
kinda-
had a steak.
I had 2 of them. Let me
I'm
just
ki-
put that at 2.
I'm kind of gonna bring it full circle, Red. I just wanna ask Bushido, since I know DeMarco's gonna do it on his channel, and Red,
Jake
you
too.
won't make it, and you probably won't care. Bushido, you gonna watch the PlayStation Showcase with anybody?
Nope.
You're gonna watch it by
You
yourself.
want to watch it with me and Mac?
Yeah, sure.
4 o'clock tomorrow.
All
See
right.
you there. I'm hoping I get off work in
Hey.
time.
I hope you do
Guys,
too. But then
I
again,
told
me
them
and
we
Bushido
have
will
a
do it
half-
together.
So normally we have
Yeah,
half a day. So we have a half a day. They already said we have like a half a day. So we only have like
Forgot
one
the name-
side of a wall.
what's up?
So
What time the show anyway? I forgot.
4 Eastern. So it's me and you.
4
Yeah.
o'clock Eastern.
Yep.
It'll be
Yeah, I'm good. I'd rather watch it with somebody anyway, because if it starts to get boring, at least we can crack some jokes.
It's great because that means we can make fun of Assassin for being a true pony. All right, Red.
But I doubt if it'll
Hey, at
get
least
boring.
Gran Turismo won't be there.
Thank fucking God. Even I don't want this shit there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Bushido, thank you so much for being here, man. Very last second. I know you have a very busy schedule. And,
Yeah.
So you got
Games
a lot
and
to tend
TV and
to.
stuff. Yeah.
Tending to the wabbits. I don't know if anyone gets that reference.
No, they don't. I do, though.
You do. And we'll tend to the wabbits.
Yes.
Oh, God, that's so sad. But that's fucked up. Anyway, yeah, thanks for being here, bro. And I'm excited. I'm glad that you guys are getting together tomorrow for this PlayStation Showcase. You guys won't be streaming it unless, I don't know.
It'd be me that would doing it.
Yeah. So that's really exciting. And what you going to be getting into, man? You going to be just continuing on the path of Octo 2?
Yeah, I'm gonna continue on the path of Octo. I think this month I'm gonna the next 3 weeks, I'm gonna get PlayStation Spartacus, and then I'm going to probably run through Returnal with Mac, and I'll probably play Days Gone because I've never played it.
So good.
And
It's really good.
I think that's it. I'm trying to think. I think there's a third game, but I can't think of it right now. But there's a third game I want to get through real fast, and so yeah, I think I'll do that.
Nice, man. That's really exciting. Returnal co-op. Forget about that. And Days Gone is a great game. I put a couple hours into it until
I keep hearing
it was years ago. It was a controller that I was trying to use, a second-party controller that was shaped like an Xbox controller. Was garbage until I got the Brooks adapter. This episode is sponsored, but no, the Brooks adapter, they're great, by the way. They're really cool. You basically just stick it
I'm gonna be able to play with haptic feedback and the adaptive triggers, and I'm gonna be able to blow into my controller. So you're missing out. You're missing out.
Okay, well that brings a whole new meaning to DualShock.
You don't want to blow your controller, Red?
Well, I mean, listen, there's only one mouth and there's two knobs. You know what I mean?
Since you get the work done.
Gotta get my jerks, my kinetic. I need to stop doing this. That's gonna get clipped. Shit. Oh fuck.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh.
Mac, we can make jokes while the PSVR 2 segment's on. I forgot about that.
Oh, especially yeah.
Yeah, the two VR guys ain't gonna be there, so it'd be nice.
Yes.
And then I'll say, no. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna make fun of the PSVR 2 segment, and then I'm gonna say, I bet DeMarco's praising it. And then I'm gonna go straight to his YouTube channel. He's gonna be right there, geeking out, and be like, "Look at this fool."
Listen, I don't own a PSVR 2. It's out of my price range. I can't afford it because it is really, really expensive. But I just like the idea that Sony is investing in VR because it needs to be invested in, because it's a good technology and I want to see where it goes. And you guys are missing out if you don't experience what VR can be.
DeMarco, do you own
when
a Quest?
VR has a killer app,
I have a
then
Vive.
yes.
I have a Vive.
Oh fuck you! Damn, I won't want to say
On that note, I just want to say that Cosmic Brownies on Amazon are half off. They're $1.50 to get them shipped right to your house. This is why I don't do VR. Okay. All right. Carry on.
Cosmic Brownie.
That's great. Is that like weed brownies? Is that what that is?
No, it's just a brownie. I'm just fat. Okay.
What's cosmic about it?
It has little candy
stars?
colored.
Like nerds or something on it, or something like that.
There's little
has, like,
chocolate chips that are
candy.
colored on it, and that's cosmic because
Yeah.
colors are cosmic.
It popped up on a deal on Twitter. I'm just scrolling through Twitter, so.
Jesus Christ. VR is amazing. Walking Dead: Sinners and Saints is the best VR game that I've ever played by
Good,
far.
you can't say it in the right order.
And what did I say? Saints,
Sinners and Saints.
Oh, it's Saints and Sinners, right? Oh my God, I'm like, never mind. I'm not going to compare myself to anyone who's
Okay, Red. I was just joking earlier when I was reading the description about what drugs you were doing. Now I'm really asking, what drugs are you on?
Well, see this little bit of dust here? See that? I snorted that right before the show started. If you're wondering what that is,
that's enough for you to confuse Mac with Manic?
Yeah, and then EA with Activision, right? Yeah, but to be fair, that did confuse me with the ABK thing. It's one huge. They're all Satan worshippers, so it's all the same. Yeah. So, Mac, almost did it again. Mac, what will you be doing? Mac's asleep. He looks like he's asleep.
In about 10 minutes.
Okay, you're gonna go in and
I'm gonna drop my pants that I have on, take my shirt off, and sit right in front of the fan on my bed and go to bed.
Stop.
I just want to make sure you guys know that with my socks on.
Oh God.
What am I gonna be doing? Well, tomorrow we're me and Assassin, hopefully, and Bushido. If we don't have, I'm giving Bushido that 50-50. I know how he is, so I'm not gonna say.
Oh right, if he wakes up in time, yeah.
I ain't gonna say it on the podcast why I believe he ain't gonna be there. Because he'll get me. He'll get me for it. I'm gonna play Tears of the Kingdom. That and some Eastern Exorcist is what I'm gonna be doing for the next couple of days, and I'm gonna be moving. So packing more shit up. So pack, and you might not see my PlayStation there next week, and it might be packed up. Yo, Red, I swear to God, I'll slap you. You laugh one more time. Okay, let me just tell you that.
Mac knows
It's
what
like
I'm
you're
laughing about, and it was
Yeah.
something that he said in party chat the other week that just fucking killed me.
Say it.
Killed
Say
me.
it. I don't care if it ain't racist. Say it. No, I'm just like
He said, yeah, I'm so tired. He's like, my wife's tired. He's like, I'm about to go pass out in my room. My wife's probably laying on my baby, killing it. I'm gonna pass
Jesus
I
Christ.
said, yeah. I said the baby's probably underneath her. He's probably dead. I saw him deal with it in the morning. I'm too fucking tired.
That's messed up.
That is the lightest dead baby joke I have ever heard.
Well,
I was that fucking tired. It was on. It was.
When you have
It
a
was
kid,
Thursday.
you realize, it can
Thursday.
happen sometimes.
I was on
Yeah.
Umber's podcast. You guys know that I haven't been staying up really late lately. So Umber didn't get done until like 10:10. It was like 11:30 when I finally turned my Xbox off, and I was so fucking tired. And these guys they wouldn't shut up. Because I actually had a conversation with a situation that was happening. I had a conversation, and then everybody bombarded the freaking party, and that's what it was. And I was like, oh, well, I'm good.
Udani says Max got the best sense of humor, and I'm sure that was, man,
That's
just so dark. And man, I'll probably have to apologize to someone in a few years when they go back and watch that. But
my son's getting like 12 years from now. It's gonna be like, these motherfuckers were making fun of me. Okay,
he's like, I survived, father, and I've come for revenge at 12 years old. Yeah, so
I'm just imagining his son taking all of his game cases and then just taking out the covers, just putting them all in a stack and say,
Oh.
"Good luck, bitch."
You ever
Time to
watch
put them
Harry
all
Potter?
back.
He won't be out and about. It'll be okay.
That's rough. That's rough. So Mac, what are you gonna be playing, man? What are you gonna be doing?
Tears of the
besides-
Kingdom and Eastern Exorcist, like I said this morning. I just started playing. Well, I don't know how many hours I'm in the Tears of the Kingdom, but Exorcist, I'm about 6 or 7 hours in. Really good game. So, holy. All right, Lexi. Oh yeah, I want to thank Lex,
Jesus Christ.
Jake, Jonas, Donnie, of course. He's here. He's always showing me love everywhere. I don't know who else has been here. Umbra, everybody that's been in the chat today. I want to thank. I don't know how many we actually had in chat because my chat thing ain't up today. But thanks for showing up to everybody.
Yeah, and a shout out to Jonas. Now that you're here, Jonas, I wanted to say that I had a very awesome, very human conversation with this human being, because that's how that works. Super sweet dude, and he is. I don't want to spoil too many things. I don't want to overpromise. I'd rather not say anything at all. But he's going to be helping out the show big time, and I'm very, very grateful for that. I'm very excited. So yes. Oh, he says, I am indeed human, which, my God, see, sometimes when you assume, you don't make an ass out of yourself or him.
We've got a lot of J's in here. I just want to put that out here. There's a lot of J's in our chat. I just noticed that.
Yeah, lots of them. And so you're going to be doing what you're doing, Assassin. You're going to be doing things. What you going to be doing?
I'm going to be
Bushido,
alternating
you're falling
between...
asleep.
That's what I thought.
Huh?
Mute your
What are you
mic. Mute your
doing?
mic. Mute your mic.
Just saying.
You were singing.
You were singing.
What?
Yeah,
Start singing in my sleep.
You were singing a little Debbie song. My girl talking about my girl.
No, I was saying I'm only human. Born
No, he
to
was singing
make
Taylor Swift.
mistakes.
He said,
No,
God.
and I don't
That
sing in
Taylor
my sleep.
Swift
I'm not
song-
Umbra.
Well, I say new. It's new to me. That where she's like, duh, duh. And when she says problem, she sounds like she's British. She's like, I'm the problem, it's me. I'm like, shut up, Taylor Swift.
All right, it's fast.
Sorry.
You
Go
love
ahead.
Taylor Swift. You know you do.
She's pretty.
Well, as I was saying, I'm going to alternate between...
Yeah,
Mass
she's
Effect
pretty
and
with makeup
Siege.
on.
Yeah.
Rainbow Six Siege and
Assassin, what are you gonna be
And
doing? Where can
Mass
people find you?
Effect. Oh, for the fourth time, I'm going to be alternating between Mass Effect and Rainbow Six Siege. But I'll be playing. I managed to change my handle on Twitter, so it's at Assassins052 from now on. I tried to get rid of the Z, but Twitter's no. That's about it. And me, Mac, and hopefully Bushido hopefully wakes up in time to be there at the fucking showcase.
I'm really excited for you guys, and I can't wait to hear about it. I have a big
yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
I think there's a bit of latency. I didn't mean to talk over top of you. I apologize. And so, DeMarco, besides Shadowrun, what are you going to be playing, and what are you going to be getting into?
Besides Shadowrun, well, finishing up Wolfenstein 3, gonna be definitely trying out Planet of Lana because I've heard all great things. Trying to stream the showcase tomorrow on my channel, so we'll be looking forward to that if I can get my full-time job done. Which obviously that needs to be done, unfortunately. And then, you know, just Starfield. 'Cause I'm excited about Starfield.
Wait, hold
20
up.
frames.
DeMarco, are you a time traveler or something? How the fuck are you playing Wolfenstein 3? Like, are you talking about the OG?
He's talking about
Wolfenstein
New
Oh,
Order. He was
I'm
playing New Order.
pulling a wolf. Wolfenstein 2.
Hey,
Oh my
he's,
Yep.
he's,
I was like, wait a minute. Like, wait.
or maybe I'm
How
just
did you
doing
get
it.
Wolfenstein 3 before the game has been announced?
Maybe I'm just doing it to confuse
That
Assassin.
will be on our
That's
podcast
fine.
in 2 weeks from now. Don't worry, it will be.
Wolfenstein.
And then add
No,
DeMarco
it
Dude
won't.
on
It'll
all
be
your
Indiana
social
Jones.
media
Yep.
platforms.
I like this.
And those descriptions will be in the description. Those links will be in the description below. What is happening? I love this so
Right
much.
into the news.
I'm
End the fucking show.
I'm
End
the
it.
end.
I need to go to bed.
All right, everyone. Be sure on your way out to hit the like button. It's a real thing that you can hit, and it's free. And seriously, sincerely, 100% totally, I love you all. And thank you for being here live and hitting the like button. And remember, Jonas is indeed a human. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Long
Later.
farewell.